baby. Pseudo killers, what up? What up? What up? Check. Tapping in, what's the subject? Evolution or revolution, we ain't done yet. Laying flat like Sanchez, this a bomb threat. I know my flow like Gangozi. Source up and show me, homie. You shut up and mute up a moment. The mad scientist, I'm knowing all the components. We own it, and we gon' off it if it's pseudo. You do know we don't entertain that keyboard judo. That big Bobby banger out of Baltimore. Done it all, shop before. Sold a little something, but I taught you more than your average teacher. I had to reach it at your level to bring you up. No devil can never beat you. With precision of a magi, the information supplied by some guys get debunked online. CK and Juju, I chill in the cut. But if you boys wanna fade, then I'm chefing you up. I organize lie, the beats of disorganized truth every time. Kudos, who those niggas? Decorated pseudo killers. Space age Afghans, back again. An organized lie, the beats of disorganized truth every time. Kudos, who those niggas? Decorated pseudo killers. Space age Afghans, tapping in. I always been fly, that's an actual omen. You can catch me in the sky, ask Anthony Bowman. He see me with his telescope, I was actually floating off some good kush that Sabio is actually growing. See, Gullah and Kent is where the money gets spent. Them boys got some books that cost as much as your rent. The second verse should be smash Rockwell, but I rock well. Underground like Sumerian Rockwells. In the ring like I'm the rock whale. Hell, create a different wave that can rock whales. Hell, shit swell like lunar tides. My entendres off Gandra to who describe. Euthanize foolish guys. Scholastically, haphazardly. Turn your camera on and look me in my eyes. And please do subscribe. 8 to 80, blind, cripple, or crazy. You in for a new surprise. It's DQ, a organized lie. The beats of disorganized truth every time. Kudos, who those niggas? Decorated pseudo killers. Space age Afghans, back again. An organized lie. The beats of disorganized truth every time. Kudos, who those niggas? Decorated pseudo killers. Space age Afghans, tapping in.
Yeah. Yeah. Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie. Defeats a disorganized truth every time. Well, who we, man? Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. And I'm coming to do what I got to do. I'm not going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Hey! Bobby banging this bitch. Man. Boy, I tell you. Continual, constant, all the damn time. What's good, family? War on science. Who's waging it? Why it matters? What can we do about it? Man, get it at your nearest bookstore, man. Amazon. Black bookstore. They ain't gonna have it. Crazy, right? It's the climate we in, man. So, let me see what we doing. Y'all see the title, man. Critique of the experts by the conscious community, man. Just want to speak on that. I do. People diving in conversations, adding in their fakery, and then get mad when you say it. when you say what it is, maybe I can just see stuff coming miles away, man. And I know it's a hard road. It's a hard road, man. What's going on, Marvin? How you doing, brother? What it do? I see you, Jody Breeze. What's good with you? Sister Sci-Fi's in the damn building. What's good? Ramon, what it do? Man, I see the people coming up in here, man, like and subscribe. Lamar Pope, what's up? What's going on, Gary? How you doing, man? So, American Dream, what it do? I'm wondering, though, how is it that swindlers, charlatans, whatever term I want to use today, grifters, scammers, practicing scammery, how do they take advantage of us, man? How does a Dr. Sebi take hold of the community? Even in his death, still famous. How does this happen to us, man? You know, it starts out with anti-intellectualism, fighting against established wisdom and knowledge, and outright disrespect for the educational process. Nah, you know, we don't mess with white people. Psh, it's a red flag on the play. You hear people say it all the time, I don't mess with white people while you driving in your white car. While you hitting those white brakes to stop when you're going 70 miles an hour with your precious cargo in the car. So you pick and choose what you want to mess with. But you seem to pick the thing that would benefit you the most, that would conveniently go with your foolery that you're pushing on the community. So at this point, man, it is what it is. I be right here, they be over there. So they'll play videos. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I ain't gotta say their damn name. Saying, cracking jokes where you said you built the Amara squad to critique, not to critique, but to deal with the scholarly community. In actuality, the vision was to get a group of brothers and sisters together. And when they felt like they wanted to challenge the establishment, then they would get the proper paperwork to do it. That's what it really was. Wasn't no in between on that, right? Everybody knew that if you're going to actually challenge the field, because the field is real, go out there and get a damn job. Go out there and start a damn business. It's real. If you're going to challenge Egyptology, you would have to do it like Diab's did. He at least had some expertise in certain areas. He didn't have the expertise in the areas that he was challenging, but back in 1973, when a whole lot of people looking like us wanted to even challenge the daggone Egyptology, right? But the world was transforming and changing. Okay, the world had went through stages of racism, white supremacy. Big up the Lord Abba. Big up Mr. Jackson. The world was trying to come up out of it. Great leader like Martin Luther King pushed line in the court systems. Serious work. Most people laugh and joke about him. Malcolm X and them, they lost their life pushing black power, trying to overturn just the way people made us feel because of the color of our skin. World changing around us, man. So when you can go into the court system and defeat the court system and force them to give you civil rights, that's crazy. Wouldn't you just give me civil rights based off all the work? Didn't they know they enslaved us? Didn't they know all that? And now we got to fight for civil rights. Crazy, right? The world was wanting to change. Politics, UNESCO, they want to be able to allow. See, here's the joke. You'll hear people like Assad and them spit out African agency, but they won't tell you what's really good. Right? They won't complete the sentence. So UNESCO set out to do just that. To give African agency to Africans so they could tell a damn story. But there's one little caveat to that. Just one little caveat. Credentialed Africans. Not just anybody. Not just a charlatan. Not just a person claiming to do this. People who at least was in the scientific community. And that Diaz was. And that was the measure of how 3/5 of the daggone conference, because it was a scientific conference, trying to reach a consensus on who these people was in Africa. 1974. Civil Rights Bill passed, you know what I'm saying? The Cairo Symposium, the World War II was over, right? Hitler was defeated, you know what I mean, back in the 40s, right? He defeated, what was he defeated over? He was defeated because he was trying to push a racial construct, and he said it was the master race. Remember that? World was changing. Trying to control the world based off of blonde hair and blue eyes. Master race. The Nordic race. And this and that. Science was moving forward. Now they had a theory that could actually produce sound scientific ideas that would challenge the racism of the day. Science was on the case. They misused science. They used pseudoscience that wasn't even science to promote the racial constructs. And they taught it at Harvard and Yale, and they taught it in these classes that would claim that there was such a thing called race. And they drew these weird pictures of black people. They would make them have exaggerated lips and hair. It was like steel wool, you know what I'm saying? And pick the wildest looking person out of every black person on earth and draw it up. Matter of fact, they didn't even have a model for it. It was just an artist rendering, right? And they would make the white person look like a damn Prince Charming or something, straight out of a goddamn movie. Got the black person like he's straight out of a damn alley somewhere, and the white person like he's straight out of a damn movie, and that was it. That's what it was. That's how they did us. Claim we was closer to the monkeys than the apes, we couldn't think. They did all of that in an effort to back them for enslaving us. It was part of the largest forced migration on earth, y'all. This is the climate that was set when Martin Luther King and them was trying to fight for their daggone rights as a damn people. That's the climate. Humanity trying to move away from that, but we're still in the United States. They was following the one-drop rule. Such a silly rule put together by ignorant people. One-drop rule, American standards. So you've heard this conversation in the conscious community from those that claim to want to critique experts. So I'm trying to figure out what would make us believe all this. Let me tell you. Homo sapiens sapien is very symbolic. This is the way our brains are actually constructed to believe. Very, very magical thinking. We seen it play out right in front of us, y'all. Right now in these conversations, you see magical thinking creeping into conversations. What we believe. How can they trick us? Because our mind is designed to get tricked. Our mind wasn't formulated for logic, right? Homo sapiens sapien didn't come up out of the womb with logic, y'all. It came up out the womb with magical thinking. So we want to talk about that a little bit. There's an advantage on the side of those who promote beliefs in magical thinking. There's an advantage right there because that's the way we formulate it. Big up, Gary. Thanks for checking in, bro. Appreciate you. So they already got the advantage. The chips is already stacked against those who want to start to apply magic and want to live in reality. Space Age African Anthony Bowman. They got us on that advantage. So you can fight all day. They can say one thing out. They can show you a piece of paper and you can see the words on the paper, but they say something out their mouth and you believe them because that's the way we thinking. That's what it is. What else could it be? You got people claiming to be very intelligent. And no doubt, Wu-Jai, Asar and them, Sinjeti and them, Smash Scam Wells, intelligent guys. But what would make them get mad? Watch this. They're intelligent guys claiming to push education to black people, right? But what would make them go against expertise? This is a very a very easy thing to comprehend. So if we pushing STEM, right? And we pushing education, right? This is what we doing. Why the pushback against education? We ain't in the 40s no more. This ain't 1970. This ain't none of that. This 2024. Those who talking like this understand what it is. We know how important expertise is. You couldn't convince me otherwise. Right in front of our face. Why would you fight against experts? Now, why would you fight against experts knowing what you know? The real way to fight against experts is to become an expert. Well, how do you become an expert? By getting tested and tried and verified. By obtaining a certain level of competency in said fields. That's how you become an expert. Why would anybody fight against me doing that? Why would people, Asar, Wu-Jai, see, I don't talk around the issues. I don't act like I ain't saying what I'm saying. I just say it with elegance and grace. Why would they try to convince anybody that for anybody to have a conversation or disagree with what they're saying, why would they try to convince you that we have to have a super command in the subject? Now, this is counterintuitive. You would say, but wait a minute. You would have to have a lot of command over the subject to be able to have a conversation. Dog, no, we're not talking to experts now. We're talking to people. We're talking to novice. And we're not only talking to novice, we're talking to novice with an alternative idea. We're not talking to novice trying to push forward established wisdom and knowledge. We're talking to novice, right, that are claiming to usurp or even add to the established wisdom without even being in the field. So this is who we actually talking to. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it confused. We're not talking to an established expert that has been tested and tried and verified. We're talking to brothers just like me and you. Brothers and sisters just like me and you. That's the conversation. So then why would they push? Watch this. Why would they push for us to have a level of expertise that they themselves don't have? Wait a minute. Yes, they do. No. How will we know? How could we actually know that you've obtained a certain level of expertise? We can believe it. But how do we verify that? How do we know? I'll just have to be the bad guy. I'll be that guy. Hell, it is what it is. But how can you push? How can you push for me to have a certain level of expertise in a conversation when we don't know what type of expertise you got? All we hear is the talk. Wait, writing books? Nope, that don't even count in the levels that we talking about. See, you got to know what the standard is. Let me tell you what the standard is, and put a pin right there. I want to go back. The standard is for our community to be able to compete on the highest levels, not to be able to compete on YouTube, but to compete at the highest level. Where is the game played at the highest level? PhDs are the highest level. Dr. Mayat, Dr. Bailey, she's playing the game at the highest level. Pseudo kill official. Think about that. That's the level, y'all. I don't care what none of y'all say. It don't even matter. I don't care who had it, who didn't get it. That ain't even what I'm talking about. I'm telling you where the level is. There's always outliers. I don't want to hear about the outliers. I don't want to hear about that. But if you're talking about really pushing some line for the community, yo, you need to have some established experts around you. See, I at least got that. See, I'm not by myself. But the guys that are claiming you need to be able to do this and do that, they're not even doing that, but yet they want to make us do that. I don't understand that type of talk at all. And they do it with their chest stuck out. Makes no sense, but it sounds good and it would make you believe that, though. Because it sounds good. Yeah, you need to know this, that. Wait a minute. So, example that we can all understand. You run across a flat earther. It's talking about the earth is flat. You don't have you basically been growing up like the globe, you've seen that. You're like, I don't really know how the earth was formed. I don't understand that. I'm working hard on, but I know the earth wouldn't be flat. Yeah, and you argue back and forth, and they said, you don't have, you need to know this, baby, even argue with me. You know, they get arrogant like that. And you just go to an encyclopedia and you do some reading up on the subject, and you come back and you say, you're wrong. Wait a minute, I got this book, 800 pages, right? You need to read this book on why the earth is flat. You can say, I don't have to read that. The established knowledge on the situation says that there is not a flat earth, and that makes no sense. And you can argue with that person as long as you feel like it. You probably should argue with them for 5 minutes and get the hell away, because they ain't got no damn sense. They could never say, well, yo, you don't know enough about the subject to argue with me. Why would you do that? Why would you? Because what you're talking about has not even been established wisdom and knowledge. As a matter of fact, it's checked off as pseudoscientific. I don't have to do that. An encyclopedia would do fine. Why are people going against encyclopedias? When is that okay to go against encyclopedias? When is it okay to go against expertise? When has it? Why are we so comfortable with going against expertise? And then why we let people do it? Now it's okay for you to look at a video of 7 experts. I don't like the way he said that. I don't know about that. I don't agree with that. That's cool. I don't agree with Afro-Asiatic. That's cool. Where is the grifting coming in? The grifting is coming in when you're now claiming to have work on it that's going to change the field. That's when it's a damn problem. See, this is what we really talking about. They'll play you in all kind of wild directions, but where the rubber meets the road is, they're sitting there telling us that they're adding to the field that they're not even in. And then they be beside people that's in the field. They be around people that's in the field, but they're not actually in the field. They've been around it long enough where they could have gotten their asses in the field, but yet they want to talk wow. They want to keep doing it. Why are they doing that? So I just like to go over some terms before I even get into it. Just like to get into it. It's the climate of the conscious community. This is the climate. This is what makes the conscious community. Do you know what the conscious community really is? It's when you can walk down the street and a microphone can shoot, be in your face, and you just start talking. That's the conscious community. Promoting consciousness. It's a never whole conversation. But the conscious community is just based off of actually nothing real solid. And when a person wants to bring in something real solid, they become the joke. They become the anti-black. They become you ain't African. They become blackface and all that. They do that. I get all of that from promoting scientific literacy. Go figure that. You act like I'm selling dope. I get all that from saying, just for my comfortabilities. I just feel like our community should understand what the standard is. That doesn't mean that I myself can't be a good teacher. That doesn't mean that Wu John Assar can't be a good teacher. It doesn't even mean that. Because in their own right, they are good teachers. I wouldn't sit up here and say that. Everybody but Scam Smashwells. Oh, you just throwing dirt. No, he's actually proven that he's not a good teacher. Just listen to the Magi toothpicks. Listen to what they say. Who the hell is teaching you that? But then if you would pick a student that was sitting in Wuja's class, they're going to be pretty proficient in what they do. They're going to have a good conversation. It's not going to be all that. So we can judge teachers. No, we can judge students by their damn teachers. Or teachers by these two. One is supposed to go. Anyway, when you hearing people say certain things and you know they're in a certain thought, right? And you know that Scanwell is teaching them, you be like, what the hell are you talking about? At least Assar and them gonna give them some foundational things that's pretty much solid. My issue with them is that they play this weird, wild game of acting like they doing something they really not doing. I don't like a person claiming he playing football when he really not playing football. I don't like that. I'm playing football. I'm the best at it. Well, you in the league? Nah, but I'm the best. Well, holler at me when you get in the league. That's a simple one. Nobody should push back. Nobody should push back on that. That should be something that's not. Everybody should come out on their platform and say, yeah, it's important. Right? It's important to get qualifications in subject matter because we are in an environment of people that are scamming and flim-flamming, and we don't want to do it. We want to make sure that people are qualified. See, everybody should say that. Now, if you choose not to get the degree, because I don't got one, right? I tell you, and I never challenge fields, and I never do none of that. I take it to the experts. I interview experts. That's what I do. I keep it honest. I said, I'm doing the best I can, what I got. Here's some good sources, right? Boom, boom. If I'm wrong, I say, hey, man, you know what I was wrong with that? But you got me. You can bring the person I've been fighting with for years up on this damn panel, and they'll say something, and I'll fight them, and then they'll prove they were saying was right, and I say, you're right. That's what we're supposed to do. I'm never not supposed to be more than what I really am. As long as I don't perpetrate a fraud on y'all, as long as I don't act like I'm some kind of credential because I've been doing it for 15 years and that's my damn credential and do all that to y'all, yo. It's fine, yo. It's the game that people are trying to play, right? That's what I'm talking about right there. I'm saying we way intelligent. We completely understand. Big up to Dr. Oyamayat. qualified. How'd I know? Because I seen it. So don't tell me what you got. Show me what you got. Hey, I believe Asar definitely has the propensity to be all the things he says. I believe he has the ability to be a linguist. I believe he has the ability to be a mathematician. I believe he has the ability to be a linguist. I absolutely do. But I don't know. See, I'm in the knowing business. I ain't in the believing business. I'm that guy. It's me. I'm the real black atheist, remember? I ain't in the believing business. I don't believe you. And I shouldn't have to believe you. We should be at the stage of our development as African Americans where we move past the beliefs, right? Because if we really want to fix our community, you can't fix your community with a bunch of beliefs. You got to fix the community like Dr. Oya Mayat is fixing the damn community. With money and resources and expertise, qualified, paperwork, and then you can get in the door. See, she in the door. Science conferences, she in the door. Promoting STEM, she in the door. Who else in the door? Pseudo killers in the door. Ain't nobody else in the door. Everybody playing like they in the game. I'm in the game. You not in the game. Deanna Bailey is in the damn game. The game is played at the highest level. So don't hate me. Hate the damn game. The standard has been set by Homo sapiens sapien. There's a certain level of information you got to have to move to this stage. And there's a certain level of information you got to have to move to this stage. So if we serious about doing work in our damn communities, man, then get in the damn game. Everybody trying to play you. This is how they like to do you. They like to do you like this. Let me show you how they do you. Let me show you. This is what they really do. Let me show you how they do it. This is what they doing. They doing it like this. Just like this, too. Look. Look. Crazy. See if I can find this. It ain't no joke, y'all. Nobody should be mad at me for saying, yo, why you know what I'm saying? Look, I know you can do this. You know, we're you know, that's fine, yo, but I'm just saying, yo, can we get some credentials behind it? See, businesses, organizations, they actually degree because it puts a certain amount of insurance on them, right? It kind of shows where you at. That don't mean that you could have a degree. That don't mean that you can't mess it up. That don't mean that, right? What it means is at least we know where you at. So shouldn't we know where everybody at? Have not y'all learned y'all lesson with polite? Have not y'all learned y'all lesson with the young pseudo? It's a nut right now. Right? Have not you learned your lesson with Feel Good Valentine and the Bobby Hemmings and all them? Come on, man. Confidence game. So there's a way to figure out who's who. And the starting point is, what is your degree at? Did you claiming expertise? Now, I say this to be very, very specific, right? If you're not claiming to be an expert, right, then you don't got to pull out no damn degree. But when you're claiming to actually moving and shaking and moving established knowledge forward or changing established knowledge, dude, you got to be in the damn game with some paperwork. Why would anybody fight me over that? This is my idea. This was Scamwell saying, this is my idea. I'm okay, it's your idea. And I'm comfortable with it being your idea. And I appreciate that. But don't play me. Play Lotto. Okay, it's your idea. But you sure as hell ain't promoting like it's your idea because you putting it up against the experts on YouTube. You ain't actually going in there. You ain't actually doing it. You just out here. You make yourself look at. What confidence are you trying to get from us? What are you really doing? We fighting, breaking up over not friends no more, because I'm saying that's an idea that you're introducing, and you ain't even qualified to introduce that idea. At least when we talk about the standard now on YouTube in the conscious community, anybody can challenge anything any damn time. That's how it go. But you talking about young Pharaoh, he's that the Clarence Howard, he's a damn nut. Say whatever you want to say. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying we want to move the community for real, yo, because we want to change the lives of our babies. And you can't change the lives of your babies without the damn standard being there. You got to have a standard. 12 inches got to be 12 inches in the damn hood. 12 inches got to be 12 inches in Zimbabwe. And 12 inches got to be 12 inches in god daggone Australia, dog. It's got to be that. There has to be a measurement, a standard to figure out if you cheating or not. Else you're going to get this. Look, see, this is what you get. This is what you get. This is exactly what you get right here when there's no real standard set in place. You get this. Let me show you what you get. Show you what you get. Get this right here. Yeah, we don't understand what standards are, yo. You get this. Alfred Bowman. This is what you get. And he becomes your champion. And he's absolutely champion ignorance. But you get this. And he becomes the hero. Right? He gets on the biggest platforms. Why? Magical thinking. Based off of the things that we went through as Africans coming out of Africa. Based off of the marginalization. You want to believe that he can do it. Attaboy. You want to believe that this man right here can actually do it without the help of other human beings. That he can do it all by himself, and he's the champion, and he's figured out this great cure. But who is this guy, Dr. Sabi? Self-proclaimed herbalist. Remember, listen up for the self-proclaimed. Self-proclaimed. So when people start being self-proclaimed linguists or self-proclaimed this or self-proclaimed linguists, you gotta squint your eyes. You gotta say, it's a red flag. Self-proclaimed. Self-proclaimed herbalist, healer, who also practiced in the United States in the late 20th and early 21st centuries. Bowman falsely claimed to cure all diseases with herbs and plant-based alkaline diet. Hell, you can go to the food market right now and get some damn alkaline water now. How many of y'all spent $30, $40, $50 on some alkaline water? I know they was pay. I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna buy, I ain't doing it. The conscious community, yo, you was getting robbed for alkaline water, yo. And various, pseudo scientific claims. That's why we keep pseudo scientific in your head. We're trying to show you how the world looks at this. Pseudo scientific claims and denied that HIV caused AIDS. He set up a treatment center in Honduras, then moved his practice to New York City and Los Angeles. Numerous entertainers, Michael Jackson, Left Eye, all that, fell prey to this man, yo. But who is he? What would we call him? Let me show you what they call people like this. They call them charlatans. What the hell is a charlatan? Charlatan, swindler, is a person practicing quackery or a similar confidence trick. Look, what are they doing to us? Confidence tricks, right? in order to obtain money, power, fame. Yeah, YouTube fame means something, yo. I'm telling you, yo. Power over people, money, products, goods, all that. That's why they trying to get your confidence. That's why they playing confident tricks or other advantages through, look, persistence or deception. Now, I ain't sitting up here. I ain't called Wu Jia Charlatan. I ain't called Smash the Charlatan. I call him a scammer. And I say it. I say this man is scamming intellectual real estate between your ears. I say this. But you tell me, well, you can't change the definition of a scammer. Well, all right, well, I'm telling you what I'm saying. So I ain't calling him that yet. But damn, what direction is they moving in, though? See, this is what I want to know. As you sit down and watch these channels, right? Ask yourself, what directions are they moving in? Where will I be 10 years from now if I continue to listen to them? See, I put the mirror right in front of myself. I don't fear the mirror. I put the scrutiny right on myself. I ain't never feared the scrutiny. I ain't never gonna cry. Quackery, snake oil, all that's in it. All that make up the conscious community. 75% of the 85% of the conscious community think they cowboys and Indians. Disturbing. But yet I'm the bad guy. I mean, come on, yo. Give me another word. Let's do another word. All right. It's a good one. Grifter. What's a grifter? Someone who gets money dishonestly by tricking people. What's the trick, though? Well, actually, most people teaching on YouTube are claiming to help, at least in the conscious community, are claiming to help connect African Americans or Black Americans back to their real authentic history, because for some wild reason, it was hidden in the secret vault called the library. Most people are claiming to get you a hidden history that white people hid from you. That's the claim. That they're not qualified, anybody for that matter, Chinese, anybody but Black people are only people qualified to give you a history. Now, that's an interesting concept and a hell of an idea right there. What I would say to that is, one, we need qualified people that look like us. And two, the data is the damn data. And yes, I accept and understand the biases that are in science. I clearly understand it. That's why I say, look, man, it's about science to get you your history. And it's double dope if you got somebody looking just like you. But I don't want you looking like me and unqualified. That's what I don't want. So I think the most important lesson, if that I could say is to make sure whatever you're getting your stuff from, that is qualified material, man. And that's all I've been doing. I'm trying to give you qualified material. I had no idea that people was going to run right into the goddamn, right in the middle of the gun. On purpose. Y'all know what my message has not changed. So I'm not actually gunning for nobody, man. Like, really, like, that's what it is. Ain't my fault everybody keep jumping in the middle. Jump right in front of smack in front of the gun. Act like they can do something they really can't do. Ain't my fault. So there you go. Whatever word we got. Scammers. Charlatans. Grifters. Words for the day. Swindler. A swindler. They swindle somebody. That was a swindler. He swindled me. Got me. Made me buy a wild book. He swindled me. Let me stop. Okay. moving right along. Be honest with you. I think novice can sit back and watch experts and critique how well they did on what we know about established knowledge. I think we can sit back and actually do that. What we can't do is to take some things they saying and say it's wrong, but can't produce other expert material that will say differently. See, that what you can't do. I'm gonna say this again. A novice can actually watch an expert and say, man, that's odd the way he said that. Let me look that up. Oh man, the field ain't actually saying that, so he's against the consensus bet. I see that, so I don't want to go with that. I'm critiquing it. That ain't where it need to be at, and I see a whole host of other scientists that are right there with it. So I get it. So you could do that. What you can't do is say I don't like what he's saying, and then be the one that had the idea to defeat what he's saying because he's in the field and you not. And that's my theme, man. They not even in the field to do what they say they can do. One article is not going to do it. Huh. So let's get right to it. Oh, man, where's the thing? I'm going to get right to it. I don't want to get to that. Man, I cannot believe that. Let me get that off there. And, I'm going to drop the link early and often, too. Let me see. Damn, man. Wonder how that happened. Nope. Oh, okay. Let me see. Damn. Let me go. I got all the way back here, Reggie. All right. Yeah, Reggie, you be flagrant too, bro. You be doing a whole lot, yo. You do too much, yo. Tired of it, yo. I don't know, bro. You do too much, yo. You throw rocks and hide your hand, bro. All right. You say shit you shouldn't say out your mouth, yo, and then act like you're not saying what you're saying. At least I say what I'm saying. And I say it. So be right here with this video right here. Let's hear this.
They charged me for messing with the polls. I had nothing to do with the polls. I barely watched the show. It's really not my subject. I did. Barn Dog says Chief X and Chief Ankh are tag team partners. Is this true? Yes, they are.
Right. So right there, he's a notorious liar for that. Why would he lie on me like that? Why would he do that? Why would he lie like that? I ain't never been a goddamn partners with no damn Chief X. And he's serious when he's saying it when? On the very show he was on. I let everybody know that ain't my cup of tea right there. Yo, be tripping. I mean, I had more harsh words than that, but everybody know that. Matter of fact, we got two different stances. Some type of intelligence would kick in on Reggie. You know, we have that two different stances, but he just lie. He just say it. See, that's what I don't do. I don't outright lie on somebody. If I make a mistake, yo, and they correct me on it, I'm gonna say you correct. But I don't outright do this. I don't say this. I don't do that. I don't make him partners with people that he's really not partners with. I don't think at all that he's partners with Chief X on anything. I don't think that. Some areas might cross over, but that still wouldn't make them partners. And he agreed to that. She said it. Look, he throwing a shot.
I would like to think that, but 2 blocks away from where I live, my mother got ran down by a city bus. Okay. I would like to think about the history Street Sufi. For they united against me. Barn Dog says Chief X and Chief Ankh are tag team partners. Is this true? Yes, they are. They united against me.
So really, here you go. It's actually look. It's Chief X, Chef, and Ankh. That's what he's really saying. United against him. Nobody united against him at all. Trust me. You ain't that sir. You ain't got a phone Voltron at all. All right. But I ain't never been no partner with no damn Chief X, yo. He know it. Now go ahead and make 3 more videos, Chief X. Keep going. And I got you. Let's finish Reggie. He offering up a damn critique because he can't get no damn experts.
Right? I'm gonna let the videotape play, and you decide if they united against me. Born Dog, thank you. It happened in 2013. And it happened across the street from where Dr. Ben died. And I have to go past that street every day. I go to the supermarket and shit. Egypt to mean that civilization. I hope everybody understands. So my problem is not with Dr. Brand, those who do no research and don't know how so-called Egyptian grammar works. Last night, I was on a show trying to explain.
So here you go. We don't have to know how Egyptian grammar works. I'm trying to show you the mind of a person is trying to gain your confidence, y'all. You actually don't have to know how Egyptian grammar works. You have to know how Egyptian grammar works if that's something you would like to do. But remember what the conversation is, that the Egyptians called themselves black. So he's selling you a bill of goods right now saying you got to know how their grammar work before you can say that's nonsense. No, all you would have to do is go to the scientific field, and Egyptology is the scientific field. And what better than us bringing 4 or 5 Egyptologists to explain to the community, but where was the black ones? Well, the black ones didn't want to come. It's not my fault. But what better can you do than actually bring a person that's working in the field? So I want to focus on this one guy right here that's actually working in the field that Reggie claiming. Watch this. Look. So somebody has convinced y'all that actually bringing people that's working in the field ain't the proper thing to do. That is the level. That's definitely the level. Because last time I checked, the constant community was full of grifters and scammers and flim-flam bammers and boomers, the whole 9 yards, charlatans at levels that make it to mainstream TV, the Breakfast Club, all that. Polite and them been on the Breakfast Club, y'all. Young Pharaoh was great to speak in front of the, and before the daggone Donald Trump, y'all. They representing y'all, ain't representing me. They representing Black Americans, dog. They, whenever you on platforms like that, yo, you really, people looking at y'all, man. Let me go. Let's see, Reggie.
And Ankh actually teamed up with Chief X on stopping me from presenting. Both interrupted my presentation along with other pseudo killers, Kent and Sosa. What the audience got was my frustration, which was not on the facts, but the realization that I am dealing with people who are stuck on conventions of Egyptology that was constructed in a racist world.
Yep. Y'all see the trick? See, I catch all the tricks. We stuck on conventions that was formulated in the racist world. He give me all the 50 doctrine back in the 50s and the 60s doctrine. That doctrine fell in 1974 when Sheikh Anta Diop and Bill Foulbanger emerged. When that scientific conference, that consensus, when they came up with a consensus of who the Egyptians was. And I say it all the time, indigenous Africans, ranging in skin color from dark to light. So that racist convention was knocked out the park. So why would anybody 50 years later still act like that's what it is? Do you know why they still act like that's what it is? Here you go. Because they're trying to trick you. Kyle crazy. What do you say right there, Kyle? I'm sorry, but that navy blue velvet vest has me discombobulated. What navy? That was funny, yo. Hilarious, yo. And the funny part about it in this interview, the man, Dr. Peter, actually addresses this very issue. But let's keep going. Let's see. Where we at?
And they hang on to that. That is what they believe because white ice is colder. So
see, that's another red flag. That's one of them sayings. White ice is colder. When I'm showing y'all how they do it. He actually think that this conversation is taking place in the damn 50s, y'all. Like we over here, we read up, we studied up, we ain't hearing all that. We know when the field changed. He knows when the field changed. He brought the documentation from the damn museum. So why is he saying this? See? And if I say he's scamming, then I'm the bad guy. If I say he's scamming intellectual real estate because he know daggone well that museums ain't even promoting that no more, man, then what am I supposed to do? He leaves me no choice. He has to know, based off of reading material, that that's not what they say no more. That's not what it is. Crazy.
according to them, all research on the word Kemet should stop. How is that scientific?
There you go again. Ain't nobody ever said that. That's what Asylum said. Remember, anybody over here that's entrenched in what we talked about over here know that nobody says that science stops. Nobody says that it's finished. Nobody even says that a scientific theory means it's finished. Nobody says that. So if I was to say that he was grifting, he'll misunderstand that. If I was to say that he's grifting, then I become the bad guy. Because if he's who he say he is, if Reggie is who he say he is, he knows damn well that we don't think that the homework on anything is finished in science. That science is dealing with approximates. They're not even concerned about the truth. They're dealing with the approximates. Can it be falsifiable? The work is never complete. That's in religion. It's over with. Jesus Christ died for our sins. God so loved the world that he brought his only begotten son. Point blank. You couldn't say he brought his only begotten daughter. It would mess up the whole religion. You couldn't dig in Palestine and dig up Jesus Christ and say, oh, based off of x-rays, it was a Roman chariot that caved in his chest. And the cause of death was one of his ribs punctured his heart or punctured his lungs. You couldn't say it because you would kill the whole religion. Religion is finished. Science is not. And everybody that know the thing we do over here know we would never say such a thing. Now, if you're over there with the flammery, right, over there with the crowd, magical super thinking, who can't control a magical thinking, I'm barely saying that Homo sapiens pure can control your magical thinking. I'm just saying that those have a better chance that look through the world through the lenses of scientific literacy. We have a better chance, but we still have magical thinking, even with that. But we just have a better chance than they do. We would never say such a thing. And he knows that. You know why? Him saying that is trying to give some people some confidence to continue to listen to what he's saying.
That's not scientific. So early in the day, I had an argument with Mr. Kevin Phillips, who you know is Sean P. That's his.
That would be kind of out of context, based off the culture, based off of how they would have did it. So what is this saying right here?
Okay, let's stop. Shout out to Six Fingers. So right then and there, the glyphs are on the screen. He says these are the black people of Kush. How could he do that when the glyphs are on the screen? So Garfield corrects him. He makes a mistake twice. Let's listen to the mistakes that he makes. right? Twice.
Look, what I tell you what they do. They say one thing out of their mouth and forget they got the shit up there that they wrote. Look, that's what he said. Look, he says, first, this is not a critique of Dr. Peter Brand. Dr. Brand was honest in his answers to the questions about Kemet. Obviously, is not a hold on. I can't even see this. Got the sound of that logo. I don't know what it says. He said, obviously, is not an expert on the word. Look, he's saying this man is not. He's not an expert on the word, but gave his honest translation of what he could mean. See that? But he said it's not a critique, but then he turned right around and talk about how many mistakes the man made. But it's on the screen that he not doing it, and then he do it. Then I tell you they do that. They leave words up on the screen and say something totally opposite than the words on the damn screen. See? Gotta be petty with him. Oh boy.
That these are the black people of Kush. No, not Kush, the black people of Egypt, of Kemet.
Okay, so right then and there, the glyphs are on the screen. He says these are the black people of Kush.
That was me talking, Reggie. I said that. I misspoke, yo.
How could he do that when the glyphs are on the screen? So Garfield corrects him. He makes a mistake twice.
He can't play golf. He under contract. He can't play golf. Boy, you know you shouldn't even be playing this video on there because this video definitely was made by the hands of Garfield. So I don't know why you playing it anyway, Reggie.
Listen to the mistakes that he makes, right? Twice.
That these are the black people of Kush.
Mistake number one.
No, not Kush, the black people of Egypt.
Mistake number two.
Of Kemet. Or no, they're saying that Kemet means the black people in this whole glyph.
So then he says Kemet means the black people in this whole glyph. Okay? All right. So he made two mistakes. Now he is leading the interviewer, right? That's what they do. Okay? They let the interviewer know right up front what their position is. So let's listen.
Right here. But from what I've learned, that would be kind of out of context based off the.
All right, I should just put the real thing on that because that's echoing all crazy. But yeah, I can't. All right, let me see. That these are the black people of Kush. Yeah. No, not Kush. The black people of Egypt. See, I said not good. See, he ain't tell y'all that though. See when I played, look. I went back to this interview. He calling it a mistake. Come on, dog. I was just talking, then I corrected it. See how he did it? That's all right. I ain't gonna get petty with you, yo. Of Kemet. Or they saying the Kemet mean the black people in this whole glyph right here. But from what I've learned, that will be kind of out of context, based off the culture, based off of the how they would have did it. So what is this saying right here?
Well,
now, Reggie is alluding to the fact that I'm leading the witness. Wait a minute, man. This man is a high-level expert. I'm going to show you what he's doing. I'm going to show you what kind of work he's doing. It's a high-level expert. I'm not quite sure how much a doctorate costs, but it's over 100,000, I'm sure of it. Major universities working on real projects in Africa worth millions of dollars. His name on the line. He ain't coming to a YouTube channel and allow an African American to lead him to something as wild. I ain't that good with it. Now, if I was Dr. Sabio Polite, I might could con him out. I ain't that good. But even that, he is not letting y'all con him or fake him or fast talk him, flip, flap, 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 boom, to the point where I could lead him into saying something that's not in this database or reference base or something he learned along the way actually doing excavations, you know what I'm saying, categorizing glyphs in Egypt. He is not letting me guide him nowhere. You see, and that's my point. Wouldn't Reggie know that even when experts are in court and when both sides trying to get him to say stuff, them experts say, no, that's not how that works. It's this. You can't lead that's why you're expert. Because he ain't gonna let a novice lead him. He didn't heard it before. He ain't gonna let you lead him in something that would actually mess up his work. It doesn't even make sense that he would actually think he could do that. That I could have the power to do that. Why is he playing this game that way? Why not just enjoy the interview, man? Well, why can't we just be satisfied that we finally got somebody to want to come and talk to us and edify the community, man? If you can't get past the color aspect of it, then don't watch it. Turn off the screen or something, or turn the TV around and listen to the words then, since you're that afraid of people with skin that's lighter than yours. All of a sudden, you're going to forget that you're African American and all your shared experience and what happened to your ancestors if you listen to a white person. That's the craziest thing ever, yo. That's 60-50 thinking back in the 60s and the 50s. We're in 2024, bro. We should be working on taking advantage of the things that people lost their life so that we can do. I'm going to say this again. 2024, y'all got to be focused on taking advantage of the battles that was won. I ain't saying we won the war, see, but you at least, right? If you was fighting for a plot or a space, right? And you beat that battle, move your ass in on that space. Protect that space. Protect the fact that now in higher numbers, you can become an expert. Protect that. Don't let nobody take that away from you. You can go to college if you want. And if you don't like college, because I'm an advocate of education, and education doesn't only come in college. I have you know. Trade school education, certifications. Kyle did a whole spiel on it. All types of things, but it's always based off of learning and education. So I'm an advocate of education. Don't let them tell you, oh, yo, yeah, everybody. You hear people say, oh, man, everybody don't want to go to college. Bro, I just said education. Education, you don't only get educated in college. What the hell's wrong with you? So I don't want to get into playing this clip all through with everybody. He was on us. Whatever, man. Whatever. But I would like to get into the credentials. I think this to be the most important thing to do, right? Get into the credentials, okay? And as we get into the credentials, right? You'll talk crazy. You'll big up this guy. How many people actually lost their life, yo? How many people had cancer and ended up in stages messing with this guy? We'll never know. How many people could have actually got help by dealing with medical science, but went this route? And by the time they realized it was too late. How many people, yo, you will never know. Only to find out he's a charlatan. See what I'm saying? Self-proclaimed herbalist. That's a self-proclaimed herbalist. So here's the Wikipedia page. Peter Brand. So we're trying to figure out, should we even be talking to him? Reggie makes the statement. This man I think he even put in, I think Reggie even said that this man don't understand words or something, or he's not an expert in the words, something crazy. Okay. Dr. Brand was critiqued Dr. Brand. Dr. Brand was honest in his answer to the question about Kemet. Obviously, he's not. All right, here you go. on the screen. I told you I had shit on the screen just to be saying anything. Right. I think Reggie wrote this right here. I don't know what that word is after word. Kemet would say, obviously, it's not an expert on the word. Talking about Kemet, but gave us honest translation. Let's see what this man's study is. We're about to find out, ain't we? Find out what this man at, what his level at. See if he leveled up or not. Peter Brand. Okay, he's a naturalized American. University of Toronto. It's a good university right there. All right, associate professor at the University of Memphis in the Department of History. All right, primary scholarly interest is in art history of the Ramesside period of ancient Egypt. Look, watch this. He has been a field co-director, you know what I mean? He's in the field. Where is he in the field at? Co-director of the Ankh Great Hyperstyle Hall Project of the University of Memphis since 2001. So he's working on a project in Egypt, huh? Hyperstyle, the Great Ankh. What does he do? His education. We see his education. It says his dissertation was on the monuments. So we look up his dissertation, y'all. This is credentials. Is he worthy of bringing him on the show, right? To talk to our people. This is critique we go through. Let's see. Monuments of Seti I. Epigraphic, historical, and art history analysis. This was later published in Brill. Y'all familiar with Brill, right? It's a publishing company, all right? A lot of great articles in there. In 2000, and is considered to be one of the most comprehensive studies on the reign of Seti I. Don't y'all want to do that? If you think that the Egyptians are your ancestors, wouldn't you want the most comprehensive study on it? Or y'all rather hear Sarah Stupid Seti talk about Seti I? I know y'all do, because y'all enamored with color. Y'all still basking in the blackness instead of basking in the education that will help you understand your history better, because that's what y'all saying. Y'all saying that if we learn our history, then we're going to know about where we at. And if we know about where we at, it's going to help us get to the future. So if that's the case, then you got to get it right. All right. What else? Works. Published a paper. All right. University of Memphis. Let me see. Causing a name to live. Studies in epigraphic. I know I'm saying that right. That's not right. Hold on, I had it right. I'm tripping. Epigraphy. Yeah, epigraphy. Damn. Epigraphy. Epigraphy. That's important. What's epigraphy? Epigraphy is the study of inscriptions. So this man, right, is studying inscriptions, or epigraphy as writing. It is the science, look, of identifying graphemes, clarifying their meaning, classifying their usage. Watch this, y'all. According to dates, cultural context. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get. I'm a hold off for a sec. Hold on. Let me see. Let me move right here. Hold on. Wait. Because remember, he ain't know the word. He wouldn't understand the word, right? Historical mind. Let me see. What's this? All right, that's the paper. Hold on 1 second. Let me go back. Epigraphy. Hold on. 1 second. Just load up. See what this paper is. All right, the Monuments of Seti I. This is a good paper, y'all. Probably get into it if y'all want to get this paper right here. So I'm gonna drop it in the chat for y'all. All right. So y'all can get to some serious work. All right. You go. Let's go back here. All right. I'm going to go back here. Peter Grand. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Wait. All right, I'm going to do this. I want to get straight to it because this is interesting. Remember what he said now. He said, epigraphy. He said, he don't know them words. He had it right on that slide, remember? Yeah, that's what that man do, yo. He not only do that, he put it in his proper cultural context, y'all. So this man was important for the discussions that we have been having. Inscriptions is the study of inscriptions. Epigraphy. It's crazy. As writing, it is the science, look, the science of identifying graphemes, clarifying their meanings. It's perfect for this man to do this. Classifying their usage according to dates and cultural context. Key word here. So when they go into the field, they're trying to put stuff in their cultural context. They're not trying to, quote unquote, have Jordans on a bunch of Egyptians calling themselves, what's up, black man, black power. They ain't trying to do that because that wouldn't be proper for that time, right? They ain't trying to do that. Dropping that link early. Tell them, Kyle, y'all need to get in. Yo, green yourself up, power up with green, man. Man, go ahead, become a part of the channel, yo. $2.99, yo, you be part of the channel, man. Join that, man. Green them up. Green them up. Appreciate you, Kyle, yo. That's love right there, bro. You always do that. Appreciate you. I dropped that link. Y'all want to jump on, jump on. We're at that time, okay? Yep, cultural context, whatever. And drawings and conclusions about the writing and the writers. So this is important work this man is doing. Let's come to the site where he actually working at. Let me get y'all that. Let me see if I can get y'all that. Let's see here. Epigraphy, hold on. All right, here you go. Look, Connacht Great Hyperstyle Project. When we interviewed him, he was just coming back from Egypt, working on the site. All right. Just coming back. There you go. This is work right here. All right. See his name right here. Principal investigator, Dr. Peter J. Brown, University of Memphis. That's what he's doing. He going there categorizing all the meta-nature, y'all. All the symbols. But that's what he doing. And you mean to tell me he don't understand that word, yo? Is that what we doing? Is that how we trying to play this? Is this the game we want to do? Is this what we really doing, yo? Come on, yo. This is work right here, y'all. In the field where the game is played. That's what he doing. He ain't on vacation, yo, taking his family. You know what I'm saying? He ain't doing that. Making YouTube video, he ain't doing that. No. Excavation and research. He's doing excavation. Research associates. All right. You got different research associates on this project with him. They don't got their image. All right. Publications. Remember I told you go to the field, yo, come back with publications. Not the flim-flammery. Not the foolery. Publications, y'all. See? So whenever you go on digs, we want to see the papers. So this is what's missing in the conscious community. You're claiming to have these things, where you're actually working at in the field, and then where's your work published? Not because you went to some libraries and published a paper, but you're actually doing the work. This is the level that we brought your community, yo. This is what we did. We did all that so we can hear the man rock this right here. Look, this is what he rocked. Look, this is what he did. Let me show you what he did, how he did this. Let me see. Show you real quick. Hit that link. Here we did.
The first part of it normally, and I'm not sure if this is actually an original writing or something that's been composed. The first three signs where you have that sort of little thing with the jagged edge, that actually represents the tail of a crocodile.
Okay.
And it has the value chem
Okay.
in Egyptian. And then the owl is the letter M.
Okay.
And then the little half circle sign, which represents a kind of loaf of bread, is T. So those first three signs, you know, we're reading from left to right. Those first three signs represent the group Kemet. And it comes from the word Kem, which means black. So Kemet means literally that which is black. And generally speaking, this word classically refers to Egypt as being the black land. And then the three.
He said, generally speaking, hear the words he's using. Generally speaking. That's how experts talk, y'all. Generally speaking. They don't speak in absolutes. So there's definitely room. But I don't know if it's room for the black people. It's called the black. I don't know. But I would like to know. Remember, Diop's already tried that and it got shot down in 1974. Y'all act like this ain't already been tried under the eye of the professionals. Yes, it has been. It's been on the biggest stage, y'all. Don't let them tell you anything different. They're scamming if they try to say that that's exactly what Diop said, yo. So if Diop couldn't get that off, yo, what make you think anybody else is getting that off?
Signs you have the seated man, the seated woman, and those three strokes that look like the number one. Those three strokes together is sort of the designation for plural. So the man and women and the three strokes would be like meaning generically people. So if you read this would look like a writing for the black people.
Okay.
Or you know, those who are black, referring to a group of people. And if you wanted to write a word that meant, you know, those who are black, referring to people, this is how you would write it. The question I have is whether this is actually something that it would appear on an ancient Egyptian text, or whether this is something somebody has composed in using Egyptian hieroglyphs that is not actually from an ancient Egyptian text, but as actually somebody who has composed it using the ancient Egyptian language to write a word that the ancient Egyptians didn't write themselves. If you see what I mean, like
yes,
it's the same as if you, well, to give you sort of an example, they still use Latin in the Catholic Church. Which was a language, of course, spoken by the ancient Romans. The church issued a new dictionary that contains words that the ancient Romans never used, such as a word for computer or a word that means jumbo jet, to refer to a jumbo jet aircraft. Okay. Well, obviously, the Romans didn't have words for computer and jumbo jet, but you can make a word in Latin that means such things. Now, there is an actual word in Egyptian that means the people of Egypt, but it uses the word for people, which is Romachet, and then it uses the word for Egypt, which means Kemet, and it would be Romachet and Kemet, which means the people of Egypt, which means literally the people of the Black Land. So again, I would have to look at dictionaries to see if I could find this particular word that's written this way. But
all right, so you hear him. Now, he got no pre-prep on this, right? We just flowing, and he's not speaking in absolutes. So anything you think he was saying, listen to him. Watch how he work his way to it. He starts out as he say, if it wasn't such and such, I'm not sure if this is actually a glyph, right? That's what he's saying. He's not speaking absolutes, right? So that means he can further the conversation. All right. Watch how he work his way to it in real time. Yeah, expert, yo.
But I just wonder whether
I think it is. I think it is in a dictionary. But
okay,
that's it.
well,
I'm not sure if you can find it actually in a sentence. So okay,
yeah,
I got you.
it's also possible that this is a writing that would be read the people of the black land as opposed to the black people.
Okay.
Because the word for Egypt is most often attested as Kemet, the black land.
Correct.
But the word for people, the standard word for people is Romachet.
Romesh, right?
Yeah.
Romesh.
Okay. Remesh. Okay. Am I saying it wrong? Remesh.
Well,
Remechet.
Remech means man or person,
Mhm.
but the plural form of Remech, which means a man or a person, is Romachet, and that means people.
Okay. So if you was to find it in, I think it is in the dictionary, maybe Faulkner's dictionary. I'm not quite sure.
Can
And
you
I'm
hold
not.
on? I actually had that dictionary. Can I just grab it real quick?
Yeah, grab it. Do your thing real quick. Yeah, grab that. We need to figure out. Yeah, Smash, was that in the? I mean, I think I'm talking about Smash. Yeah, this is actually Smash work. Let's see. That's thesaurus. It might have found it in the thesaurus. Let me see. No.
Oh wait, I found a PDF. I have a PDF of this dictionary.
Okay.
Here. This is the fun of scholarship, is when you actually have to thumb through books just to confirm things. So it doesn't work. It doesn't work well with television and live podcasts. But this is what we have to do to confirm things.
Yeah, that's a good process. We need that process right there. It's fine. That works well for what we're doing. Let me see. Was it here? Oh, I see the sticks right. How are you doing it? Yeah, I see this right there. Yeah, it's definitely in Faulkner's dictionary because we did have that. I'm certain it's in Faulkner's dictionary. Hold on. Now that I think about it, hold on. I'm certain it's in Faulkner's dictionary. Let's see.
Okay, I'm at the case. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. So I'm just looking at the. So I have Kemet. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it's in Faulkner's dictionary.
I did find it as a writing for Egyptians.
Okay.
And I think
Okay. So now after he goes into the dictionary, he said, "Yes, I did find it as a writing of the Egyptians." See how he did that? All right.
think what that would mean is not necessarily, if you will, the black ones, but probably, and it's attested in a papyrus. So you have first one, the traditional writing of the word for Egypt as the black land.
Okay.
You do have it written as a colloquial experience for the Egyptians. And so, I mean, you could take it as meaning, those who are black, if you will.
Okay.
But it also could be taken, and I suspect this is the more likely interpretation, as those of the black land.
Okay.
So, I mean, again, it's a bit ambiguous.
Okay, so if you blacked out by review, you cheering at the top of your lungs. You don't hear nothing else the rest of the conversation. You don't hear nothing else past this. You cheering, you ain't listening. You at this point, you stop learning. You heard that man say black, and you done passed out at this point. But if you're a student, you will be listening to the whole conversation in its totality to see where does he go to. Once again, if you blacked out in review, gone, you're blacked out at this point, and you're saying, yeah, yeah, you're cheering that you can't even hear it. Can't even hear the rest of the conversation to see what we're saying, putting it together. So let's finish hearing the rest of the conversation, and let's stop being Baptist preachers cutting and pasting. Let's hear the man out completely.
But if the standard interpretation of the word Kemet, referring to the place of Egypt, is, the Black Land, then this writing of referring to the people would most likely mean those who were of the Black Land rather than those who are Black.
Okay, so all right.
Again, possible to interpret it either way, but in terms of the context of the word Kemet as referring to the place, and just to explain to your audience, the reason why Egypt is called the Black Land is because of the color of the soil of the fertile land of Egypt, which is, and by Egypt, the Egyptians meant the fertile Nile Valley. And this is the part of today we think of Egypt as this area that, is on the map, which also includes the desert, which the ancient Egyptians called the Red Land, the Gesseret. And of course, that was a place no plants grew. It was completely barren. Whereas the Kemet, the Black Land, this is the area that when the annual Nile flood comes and overspills its bank, during the flood, it would deposit this thick layer of muddy silt that was dark, literally black in color. And this was like liquid, potting soil. When you get that potting soil,
absolutely.
that rich black color. I mean, the Nile deposited this liquid fertilizer every year, and the soil is literally this rich black color, which is a color of fertility. It's the reason why Egypt was so bountiful for the agricultural harvest. But any seed you threw at it would grow, and so that was what they considered to be Egypt, the land of the black soil. And so that was Egypt. And once you got into the desert, you were no longer in Egypt, even if it, 5 miles from the Nile River. Technically, you were no longer in Egypt from that perspective. And so, in that sense, the people of the Black Land, I think, is those who are of the Black Land, I think, is what this word means. Now, again, you could literally interpret it those who are Black, but I suspect it really means those who are of the Black Land. In other words, Egyptians.
Hey, let me add on a quick point. So the people in the Red Land, did the people from Kemet ever live also in the Red Lands?
Well, as far as I know, we don't have words that a word that means like those who are of the Red Land. Now, the Red Land was essentially outside of Egypt, but the other word to express outside of Egypt was as a foreign land. It was what the Egyptians called the Hasset, which is the mountain land, the hill country. And the term the Egyptians used, the generic term for foreigner, was called Hasutiu, which literally means the mountain men, if you will, the hillbillies, those who were of the mountains, those who were of the hills. So, I mean, literally, it was kind of a denigrating term.
That's crazy.
All foreigners were generically hillbillies or mountain men.
Okay.
And hill dwellers. They also referred to, again, they were not very politically correct when it came. They were very creative in coming up with these very derogatory names for foreigners. For instance, they called Bedouin who lived in the desert, they called them those who were upon the sand, if you will, sand crawlers or sand dwellers. And then they had all kinds of specific names, both, the ethnic names for various foreign peoples who were Nubians or Libyans or Syrians, But they also use kind of very, specific derogatory names like, bowmen for Nubians or boomerang men for, Asiatics, etc. But they were to be distinguished from, again, Egyptians or, the people of Egypt, that kind of thing. Or,
Okay.
or in this case, the people of the Black Land.
Okay, so here's the actual discussion or debate that we're having in the community. What I want to know is how do you make distinctions? Because you said you could very well translate it as that. Now, what would deter you from? So here we go. All right, we heard him. Right now, it's my turn to go ahead and say, yeah, we heard you say that. Because remember, we had the other Egyptologists talk about, and y'all all dropped dead and forgot. She talked about how you could translate it like that. So that wasn't new to us. We heard all of them say that, right? And then there was a point where the actual learning started, where you continue to listen, and then you start to use reason and understand why it would be more likely this or that. Remember, Egyptology is a scientific field, and you don't speak in absolutes. Okay? Probabilities. Okay? That's how it's done. Simple as that. What cultural does it fit? Remember, that's what he do. Remember, I showed you that, right? That's his job to do what? Okay, to put stuff in its cultural context. All right, classify their uses according to dates and cultural context. Remember, he did all that, inscriptions. Remember that? That's what he do. So that's his job, right? To put this thing in its proper cultural context. So I asked him. I asked a vital question. All right, I'm gonna go back again. I asked him again.
In this case, the people of the Black Land.
Okay, so here's the actual discussion or debate that we're having in the community. What I want to know is how do you make distinctions? Because you said you could very well translate it as that. Now, what would deter you from translating it as the Black people, as opposed to the people of the Black Land? And you gave a great explanation of why it would be that. So as you translate text,
yes,
what are you relying on to get the best translations that will fit the indigenous people and their mindset? What are you using to actually get the spirit of what you think they were saying?
Well, I would say it was based on the context where the usual term for Egypt is, which is consistently referred to as the Black Land. And the most common expression for the people of Egypt would be they're much more frequently referred to as the Romachet and Kemet, the people of Kemet, referring to the Black Land, or simply as just the people. For instance, this particular writing, which we just saw, if you look up in Faulkner, this dictionary, he gives you references to where the text occurs. And there's only one attestation. Now, that doesn't mean there's only one time in Egyptian history they ever used this term. But as far as we can tell, it wasn't the most common way to express the word for Egyptians. The other question is there any other evidence that they saw themselves as Black as opposed to, or how were they thinking of themselves, or how are they depicting themselves? And how are we defining ethnicity among the Egyptians as opposed to other foreign peoples? So again, in the way Egyptians depict themselves in art, they depict themselves with a variety of skin tones. Some of them are dark brown, and others are represented with this sort of reddish brown color. when you see the way they depict Nubians, for instance, sometimes they're shown with jet black skin, but they can also be shown with brown or dark brown skin. When they show people from Asia, in other words, from like what we would call Canaan or Syria, as well as Libya, they show them sometimes what we would consider to be white or Caucasian skin, but they also show them with yellow skin.
Okay.
The other thing we have to think about is that color, including skin color, also has symbolic meaning. So they're not necessarily in art showing the skin color of individuals, including also gods, by the way, in terms of what we might call, accuracy to show what somebody actually looks like, but more for symbolic reasons. So, for instance, the way that men and women are shown in Egyptian art, it is not always different, but is often different for reasons that are still debated. But for instance, very often women in Egyptian art are shown with a lighter skin tone, which again sometimes can be what essentially looks to us as quote unquote Caucasian or white, sort of a kind of beige or creamy color, but also can be shown with yellow skin. Whereas other times they can occasionally be shown with the same kind of reddish brown skin that men are commonly shown. Whereas men are uniformly shown with, darker skin tones, either with a brown colored skin or with a reddish brown skin. Now, when you see women that are shown with yellow skin, if you took that literally, you would have to conclude that there was an epidemic of cirrhosis of the liver or hepatitis, because there were all these women with yellow skin that must mean they have liver disease. Now, obviously, that's not the case. You have to conclude that yellow skin color is, at the very least, symbolic, but you can't take it literally. Likewise, when you see Asiatic people that are shown with yellow skin, it doesn't mean, again, that they have liver problems, but in fact, it may be symbolic of the idea that they were considered effeminate by the Egyptians. So again, skin color can also have symbolic meaning. And I think that because if you actually look at Egypt today, and I have no reason to believe this was different in ancient Egyptian times, that Egyptians have varieties of skin color. Some people are very light, some people are very dark, with every shade of color in between. Although most Egyptians are darker skinned than so-called white or Caucasian people. Although you do see people that are very pale skinned, you see people that range in color from various brown shades to people that are extremely dark skinned in Egypt. And I think and we can also see this in some ancient Egyptian mummies, as well as I say, in the modern Egyptian population. And I think basically, although there have been all kinds of different groups of people who have migrated to Egypt over the past 2,000 or 3,000 years, just the fact that when you walk around Egypt today, you will see people in Egypt that I swear look like ancient Egyptian statues. The idea that somehow, I've seen Ramses and Tutankhamun and Old Kingdom pharaohs walking around Egypt today and said, oh my God, that person looks like Ramses II. Oh my God, that person looks like King so-and-so from the 4th dynasty of Egypt that built a pyramid. The idea that like the ancient Egyptian population has completely disappeared from the modern bloodlines of Egypt is just nonsense. I've seen these people that look like, Old Kingdom statues and things like that. And so I have no reason to believe that the population of Egypt has changed that much. And again, these modern Egyptians, who I think are very much like their ancient ancestors, a lot of them would have come in a variety of shades of skin tone. And I think that the Egyptians chose to represent themselves in a uniform way in art, to distinguish themselves from foreign peoples, But either way, that they were kind of stereotyping themselves and other foreign peoples, sort of as a way for, stereotyped kind of identification. This is the way a Nubian is supposed to look like. This is the way an Egyptian is supposed to look like. This is the way an Asiatic is supposed to look like. This is the way a Libyan is supposed to look like, even though there was great variety among the Egyptians and probably other foreign peoples.
That was a great explanation. It was very thorough. Put my screen on there real quick. I just want Peter to take a look at this real fast. I'm not sure if you can see this text right here. It's actually entitled Ethnic Identity in the Land of the Pharaohs.
Yes.
Past, present, and approaching Egypt. Is that a good book? Because I've read that. Is that a good, would you recommend that?
Yeah, I haven't read the whole thing. It's a recent book, and I know the guy who wrote it.
Okay.
Yes, I think, it's a recent study. Yes. And he's trying, just to give some framework, and I've looked at this. One of the things that Egyptologists have been, basically fighting against and trying to get away from is that 100 years ago, I teach a course called Egyptian Historiography, where we look at how Egyptologists and how modern historians write about the ancient Egyptian past. And 100 years ago, there's no question that Egyptology 100 years ago in the late 1800s and early 1900s were like most of society, if not all of society, openly and blatantly racist, certainly from our perspective, although they didn't think of themselves that way. But I mean, by modern terms, it was just openly racist. And there was even what we would call today, scientific racism.
Absolutely.
And considerably, what is today considered pseudoscience. But some of the great Egyptologists, even some of the founders of scientific approaches to archaeology,
like Breasted and them.
Flinders Petrie, in terms of his approach to dating pottery, is still considered scientifically, basically, although it's been improved, scientifically sound. But his ideas about the racial components of Egyptian society and his theories about how Egyptians civilization rose because, basically, to put it crudely, smart white European people invaded and took over from the native dumb black population that hadn't made it out of the Stone Age, is like not only utterly racist and scientifically completely false, but I mean it's just stupid. But I mean, ever since at least the 1960s.
Okay, hold on. I want to go back on that. All right, I'm dropping the link. Anybody want to join the conversation at this point? All right, don't be scared. Hit the damn link. There's a narrative going in this community that a person that looked like him, one, expertise should not be respected. I showed you all his credentials, right? And two, he should not even speak on the subject matter. And three, Egyptology is so damn racist, but yet you hear him critiquing it. Let's listen to the critique again. You ready? All right. Push back the critique a little bit. See, but he was given a full answer. Full answer.
The native dumb black population that hadn't made it out of the civilization,
like Breasted and them.
Modern terms, it was just how Egyptologists and 100 years
past, present, and approaching Egypt. Is that a good book? Because I've read that. Is that a good? Would you recommend that?
Yeah, I haven't read the whole thing. It's a recent book, and I know the guy who wrote it. Yes, I think it's a recent study, and he's trying, just to give some framework, and I've looked at this. One of the things that Egyptologists have been, basically fighting against and trying to get away from is that 100 years ago, I teach a course called Egyptian Historiography, where we look at how how Egyptologists and how modern historians write about the ancient Egyptian past. And 100 years ago, there's no question that Egyptology 100 years ago in the late 1800s and early 1900s were like most of society, if not all of society, openly and blatantly racist, certainly from our perspective, although they didn't think of themselves that way. But I mean, by modern terms, it was just openly racist. And there was even what we would call today, scientific racism.
Absolutely.
And considerably, what is today considered pseudoscience. But some of the great Egyptologists, even some of the founders of scientific approaches to archaeology,
like Breasted and them.
Flinders Petrie, in terms of his approach to dating pottery, is still considered scientifically, basically, although it's been improved, scientifically sound. But his ideas about the racial components of Egyptian society and his theories about how Egyptians civilization rose because basically, to put it crudely, smart white European people invaded and took over from the native dumb black population that hadn't made it out of the Stone Age, is like not only utterly racist and scientifically completely false, but I mean it's just stupid. But I mean, ever since at least the 1960s, new generations of archaeologists and anthropologists put these kind of old racist, but also scientifically, false ideas to bed, and nobody believes them anymore in the scientific or in the Egyptological community.
Okay, so then why is people like Reggie and them, Magi toothpicks, why they still talking about and pushing the whole narrative that they racist? They may very well be, but at least you're hearing them express it and say how stupid it is to do so, how unscientific it is. He's saying all of that. Remember, Egyptology is a scientific field. Remember that. It uses things in science to come up with its answers. Why are they trying to trick us? You know why? Because they don't want you to hear conclusions that have been met by modern Egyptology. They want you to focus on the conclusions that was met in the 30s, in the 40s, in the 1800s. Because if they can get you to focus right there, they can slide their little thing in. You know that thing they do where they become the expert, uncredentialed, where they write one paper and all of a sudden that one paper going to overthrow. It's crazy, bro. Complete nonsense. Huh. Interesting.
To some extent, doesn't completely down, or at least the bad reputation that it's had hasn't always trickled down. And I think, in many ways, African American community Afrocentrist approach are still sort of holding white Egypt to account for the sins of our ancestors from 100 years ago.
There you go. Let me hear this statement again. Here you go. Let's ride it back. He said it. They still holding us for account the sins of our father. See, I like this, man. Yo, come straight out with it, man. He ain't playing, yo. I like this. Yeah, he ain't playing. He's just giving it to you. See, we need people to come amongst us that don't look like us and don't try to cow down to us, yo, because of the color of our skin, yo. Just had an intelligent conversation. Make sure you say it right intelligently, man. We can get it, man. We don't need you to hit us with the one drop rule, yo. We can handle it, yo. Because then once we look it up, then we mad because we know it don't mean what we thought it meant. Based off what John Henry Clark said. You go.
false ideas to bed, and nobody believes them more in the scientific or in the Egyptological community. To some extent, doesn't completely down, or at least the bad reputation that it's had hasn't always trickled down. And I think, in many ways, African American community, Afrocentrist approach, are still sort of holding white Egyptology to account for the sins of our ancestors from 100 years ago, thinking that we still buy into this crap. When we moved on, I mean, these theories, I'm 56 years old, but these theories were obsolete before I was born. And now, as I say, as social justice and social civil rights is moving, and even, and of course, as more progressive politics, etc., has even more and more taken over in academia, somebody like Urus Madic has even become more, if you will, progressive, and even challenging things that were from my generation and my professor's generation, and is moving even beyond further into this. And when he writes his book, is trying to go even more cutting to new wave of challenging even ideas that were current in the 1980s about ethnicity and race, and all that, trying to weigh ideas that were still considered valid 30 years ago, and challenging ethnicity.
Your internet is going in and out.
Hey, Peter,
hold
on one second.
Like black, white. That's kind of, I'm trying to get them to stop using the racialized terms like black and white. Like indigenous Africans, or deal with the ethnicity and what they thought.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, it just circled in and out. Well, I can just try to go back, but I'm not sure why this keeps happening. Well, as I was saying, 100 years ago, you had essentially, white academia, like most white society, was essentially race, and there was even a form of what we call scientific racism, where the scientific theories that are put forward were openly racist. And somebody like the great archaeologist William Flinders Petrie, and although his theories about dating pottery are still considered racist, of how we archaeologically based on pottery are still sound. Ideas, for instance, about the or ethnic identity of different peoples in Egypt and other foreign peoples. He had this idea that, if you put it simply, it amounts to that Egypt's civilization arose from prehistory because of smart white Europeans invaded Egypt and took over from the unintelligent black population, and were the ones who were responsible for creating Egyptian civilization. I mean, this is totally wrong. It was just already in the 1950s or 1960s. Nobody believes it anymore, and they are not just scientifically false. Today, it just looks both and ridiculous. But again, even before I was born, there weren't Egyptians that accepted this. Today, as we move forward, even ideas that were current, like in the 1980s, are now being challenged. And so much more nuanced and better understanding of ethnicity, and new scholarship is being done to better understand how the Egyptians viewed themselves.
Okay. I hear you. So you're saying it's basically, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So you're saying the scholarship is based in trying to understand how the indigenous populations represented themselves. So how would you categorize it? Would you say, like, would it be proper to say that to a certain extent they would be indigenous Africans, or just Egyptians with different groups coming in, mixing in with them? How would you do that?
Yeah, now Egyptians would have considered themselves first and foremost Egyptians.
Okay.
When we talk, that's another thing. I mean, it isn't just ideas about race, but whether people considered themselves black or white. It was more about who they saw themselves in terms of what we might call their ethnicity, which wasn't so much about race as it was about culture. To be Egyptian, it didn't matter what your skin color was. It was about, did you speak the Egyptian language? Did you follow Egyptian cultural ways? So they didn't look down on the Nubians or the Libyans or the Canaanites because of the color of their skin. Or
all right, so there you go. I just wanted to, tidbit it up right there, put that right there. Okay, man. Yeah, it was a little breaking up right there, but he gave the whole smell, man. In general, man. First of all, let me look at some of the cash apps, man, that came through, man. All right. Appreciate that. Hold on 1 second. Appreciate you, Sci-Fi. You always showing love. I appreciate that. That's real. Yeah. See the one keeping this thing cranked up today. Definitely appreciate that all the way. That's some love right there, man. Let's take a little break, man. Hit the cash apps, man. Maybe I'll hit the link. If not, yeah, I mean, we can move on to the next day, man. Let me see which black algist can speak the Egyptian language. Oh man, the second divine herd versus herd immunity. Yeah, black man, I appreciate that donation, man. Look, man, let's take that second off, man. Man, let's do that cash app break, man. Hit the cash app, man. Hit the cash app, show some love, man. Y'all stop playing, man. We over here doing what we supposed to do, man. Show some love, man. Yeah, I mean, stand up for the people that scientific glitter, yo, and those who just don't believe, yo. We want to follow it up with some facts, some information, man. Stand up for those who care about scientific literacy, man, and getting our history right. Stand up, show some love, man. Hey, the honeys, that's hard. The gummies. Hey, move but the cash app money. Y'all know what it is. Nothing better move. But the cash app money. Y'all know what it is. Nothing better move. First. Yeah, the gummies. Coming. Move but the cash app money. Nothing better move. Y'all know what it is, man. Nothing better move. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, nothing better move. Hey, invoice, Get bro.
Yeah, my humble pie was a bit moist. Unc told me to do it big, bro. The niggas ain't did it how you did, bro.
Yo, hit that cash app big. Y'all know what it is. Like and subscribe. Hey, you Nike.
Every time that I speak in the mic, the electrolyte, Peter light that's giving you light. See what's done in the dark, go come to the light. Hella raising you taking a heavenly flight. See the Glock is clipped up, the blunts is all wood, the insurance paid up, my bitch is paid good.
Hey, y'all know what it is. Hey, yo, we shoot them down the book. Thing first. All the honeys. The gummies. Hey, move but the cash app money. Yo, we shooting them fools down. Yo, no matter how smart they sound, we shooting them down. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. God killer, man. Show
Scam God, and I'm the glyphs did it. Scam God.
I got it. Hold on, man. I'm gonna play that. Hold on. Let me.
We got him.
Damn, yo, did you put that? Hold on, I couldn't get it. Hold on, man. Let me see. Did I put that? Something wrong with you, yo.
Yeah.
Guaranteed too. Appreciate that donation, man. Alex Torres, man. You always showing love, man. Yeah, you funny, yo. Let me see. Damn.
It's been a while.
No, I got it. Hold
Shout
on.
out to Breathe. Said we beating a dead horse at this point.
Get up, dig him up, bury him up. Get up. So it's just interesting, man, how everybody find a way to fight against the experts. Either you're not asking the right questions, like you don't have the ability to ask the question you want to ask, right?
I don't know. You see,
all right, socialism. Look, read this. I'm about to cash app you for terrible information. Hey man, y'all just don't. Hey man, look, man, I can't look. You can't beat them, join them, yo. You can't beat them, join. We did not go to the moon. Watch the cash apps talk. Oh man, I know we didn't go. I know they was lying to us. Wow,
man.
Big up to Gary Hart, man. Appreciate that love, man.
Every single argument that they had has been blown up, chopped up, thrown away, completely dismissed. Why? What? Like why?
I don't know, y'all.
I can't get it. Why?
I get it. Why all the fight? I didn't even know we had to fight over there. Y'all thought that was normally what everybody wanted to do. Get you some experts. I thought it was. I guess not.
I mean, we're overthrowing the experts now.
Yeah, we're overthrowing the experts.
And we see
now.
how can you complain and claim the straw man is being made in the conscious community and then turn around and make the biggest straw man of the year? We using ChatGPT to do research.
We ain't doing no damn research. You know what I'm saying? We ain't sitting up there. I'm gonna go home and get to man. We just read, like, you know what I'm saying, lightly speaking, that's a strong word, research. See, all them they act like they ain't researching even, yo. They acting like it, yo. What that man was doing was research. That was research. Exactly. I don't know what they talking about. He was researching. I've been saying it from the beginning.
I keep saying it from the beginning. Research, at the point you're doing research, you are adding new information to the field. That's the level of PhDs. That's studies that take 10, 15, 20 years sometimes. What we do in this community is we go and we look up information. We verify claims based on the current body of information that there is, whether we write a book or not. We're not engaging in actual research. We might have a question and we go to the established data to answer said question. This is what essays are done. What you do in school by writing an essay. You get proposed a question, or you get asked. You get a problem and you go to the dataology required to access proper information. But to do research, you have to be a Dr. Mayat. That doctor in front of her name means that she added new information to the field. She is someone that has work that has been put into the body of the knowledge of her particular field. This is where research is done. We look up information. I don't care how many books you write. If you're not engaging in actual scholarship at a PhD level, you know what it takes to get granted a PhD position. You have to first come to with a hypothesis, and the amount of writing that you have to do to quantify and qualify your thought that something that there's a there before you even get permitted to write this PhD or engage in this PhD quest. And after you have the PhD, you engage in that process all over again. You're continually trying to add new information to the existing body. So we throw these words around loosely and then propose that we're using ChatGPT to do research.
Like somebody sitting around. It's the craziest thing ever, yo. Ah, man, it's crazy, yo.
It is. It's hilarious to me. It's just
Trying to get this song right here, yo. You crazy, yo. This is funny. Yeah, you're funny. Just for the record, bro. Big up to Cedric. Let me go ahead and put.
Now, who am I believe?
Yo, you is crazy, yo. Hold on. I'm gonna show you how crazy Cedric is, yo. This is funny right here. Damn. Goodness gracious. Something is clearly wrong with you, Cedric. If I can get you to there, all right, here we go. Hold on. Yeah, something wrong with you, Cedric. I hate to tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, Cedric, something is wrong with him. Did it? Oh, man, something is clearly wrong with Cedric. Hold on. Can I load it on the thing? Let me see. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, present to you, Cedric. Something's definitely wrong with him. There's definitely something wrong with him. Definitely something wrong with him, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Cedric, something wrong with him. You got no sense. There you go. There you go. What's the name of this piece, Cedric?
I have no idea which one you're playing. I don't know which one you're playing.
The last one.
Oh, Science. Undefeated, bro. We undefeated.
All right, here we go. Here you go.
Yeah. We back at it again. I said I'm having way too much fun. I meant it. Yeah. We scientifically literate over here. Pseudo killers. Let's do it. It's undefeated science. It's undefeated science. It's undefeated. No matter how you try, you still can't beat it. Science. It's undefeated science. It's undefeated. Suitors in the bushes all up in the feelings. Suitors in the bushes all up in the feelings. Let's face it, it's just not cool. Science denial is really for fools, big dummy. Science is simply a tool. Earth ain't flat, stop acting a fool. Grow up. No more fantasies, comparative mythology, no astrology, no metaphysical philosophy. Science is not spirituality. We be banging on creationist nonsense. Go ahead, I dare you, make it make sense. Source up or shut up, but don't talk me to death. With all due respect, with all due respect. Death to the pseudos, here's the new heroes. God killing, pseudo killing, up for the pseudo. No psycho babble, no linguistic judo. No Negro Egyptian, that shit is pseudo. No broken magic, no tricks. Fast talking brothers all sounding slick. Drop the gay scallop, and see what's sick. Scammers with all them shiny gimmicks. Religion got you looking for God's James Webb. Gonna bring us the stars, humanity, freedom, raising the bar, we are next, yeah, mission to Mars. I see you looking from a distance, CMB, giving them cognitive distance, today persistence, I mean insistent with a mental resistance. Some are lost, and we just can't save them, some are lost, and we just can't save them, but the science, must fall victim. Almost fall victim.
All right, okay. You know, I ain't heard that one, Cedric. I ain't heard that one, yo. You is crazy. Okay, let's do the next one.
Linguistic judo, that shit be pseudo.
Oh, man, I ain't even heard that. Yo, you crazy, yo. I ain't heard that one. Okay, let's do the next one. This is funny. This is the one. This is my favorite right here, yo. Something is definitely wrong with him. Yo, wake up with it. Oh, hey, yo, can we play these songs, yo? Is they copyright? What is they? I'm listening.
No, man, we're not making any money. We're not making any money. They're free beats. Yes, you can play it. Oh shit.
Good. I can get it off. Hold on, man. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yo, something wrong with you. I had to clip it out of there. Hold on. Yo, y'all gotta hear this one, yo. This he ain't got make no damn sense, yo. Listen. Tripping. Definitely tripping.
Serial killers in the man, shit, no count. Let's teach you. You should have practiced my You should have practiced my Your booty done weighed your heart. So every done take the skills you feel. Now you can't get past the door. Now you can't get past the door. You should have practiced.
Where's the scan? Oh, hold on.
You should have practiced my
hold on. Yo, you is crazy. I ain't the one.
Every done take the skills you feel. Now you can't get.
Something's wrong with you, yo. I ain't even look seeing nothing.
You can't get past the door. I take shots at your character with laughter. For a while, I enjoyed the banter. Then you add Armstrong, man, and stand up. Contention only fueled your anger. Beating on your chest, you claim to be the best. Smash. Nobody contests with Black Egypt. You truly obsessed. You the magi. You putting scholars to rest. And you need to lie and cheat.
Hey, yo. I like that beat, yo. Hold on. All right, that ain't my favorite. Yo, you actually sent 3, really, yo? Hold on, yo. Here go the one. This the one. This is my favorite right here, yo. Y'all gonna see why in a second. This is definitely my favorite. This is my favorite. Hold on. Damn, I thought that was it. Just the one. Ain't that it? Ain't that? Can you hear? Hold on, yo. That's it. Watch this.
You like that one, yeah.
Yeah, you tripping. All right, here you go. All right, here you go. Hold on.
Make sure it's the 2.0 though.
Hold on. The 2.0?
Yeah, make sure it says 2.0.
Yeah, that's the second one, right? That's the second song from the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something wrong with him. He ain't got no sense. Here you go. All right, this one. Here you go. Put some light air in this joint. It's a good one though. We put the light in the joint. All right, here we go. All right, we lighten them up the crowd. Everybody calm down, have some fun. Here we go. Scam God.
I'm having too much fun. I gotta admit. Shout out to Smash Scam. Y'all know what time it is.
Why stop?
Wait, stop.
Hold on, let me do it again. That's my favorite. Hold on. That's the one. That might be the show we. That might be the theme song. Oh man. Hold on, man. I don't know why I stopped. I don't do this. You tripping. Let me see.
Yeah.
All right. God damn. Okay. That's a good one right here, yo. This is gonna go across the internet. Here you go.
Back at it again. I'm having too much fun. I gotta admit. Shout out to Smash Scamware. Y'all know what time it is. He's a scam god, straight lying on the cliffs. He's a scam god, straight lying on the cliffs. He's a scam god, straight lying on the cliffs, trying to fake us out with many nature tricks. He's a scam god, straight lying on the cliffs. He's a scam god, straight lying on the cliffs. He's a scam god, straight lying on the cliff, trying to fake us out with many nature tricks. When it's close off, everything's so off. Losing his mind, looking so soft. End of the shine, niggas lights off. Get lights off. Smash be acting real narcissistic. In the third person, it's so hysteric. All of acting up just too dramatic. Magi Archer, not realistic. Fantasy fuel, conjecture driven. Niggas doing research by begging the question. Arguments built on flawed foundation. Can't read the glyphs, only pseudo translation. Misinformation, that is position. Kemet is black is his only contention. Being exposed, now everybody knows. Smash is the bona fide pseudo. And the scam god, straight lying on the glyphs. He's a scam god, straight lying on the glyphs. He's a scam god, straight lying on the glyphs. Fake this out with marionette tricks. He's a scam god. Straight lying on the glyphs. He's a scam god. Straight lying on the glyphs. He's a scam god. Straight lying on the glyphs. Trying to fake this out with marionette tricks. Smash. A big sad regret. Let's not forget it till you lay it to death. Turn around and demand respect. And the things he's saying just incorrect. Smash. You're simply ill-equipped, lacking the basic prerequisites. Reading comprehension is on top of that list. Smash can't read, I'm mostly on that shit. Flame time flawed, nigga, not legit. Smash can't read, Smash can't read. Out here looking silly, smoking too much weed. Now tell me, who amongst you believe? Boy, you looking dumb with nowhere to run. Naked in the street, you done thrown your guns. You dead like Osiris, the game is done. And we sealing up your coffin with a bit to run. Use a scam god. Straight lying on the glyphs, use a scam god. Straight lying on the glyphs, use a scam god. Straight lying on the glyphs, trying to fake this out with marionette tricks. He's a scam god. Straight lying on the glyphs, he's a scam god. Straight lying on the glyphs, he's a scam god. Straight lying on the glyphs, trying to fake this out with marionette tricks. He's a scam god. Boy, don't you know we scientifically related over here? What you think more gonna happen? Man, just stop it.
That's the one right there. That's the one right there. He's the scam god with the meta tricks. He's the scam god. Oh God, with the magnetic tricks, trying to trick us with the. Hey, come on, man. We gotta light it up, have some fun over here, man. Come on, man. This game, God, man, that's crazy. All right, man. Yeah, we still in the tank, baby.
Y'all gotta realize we don't take that
Hell
serious.
no, man. Yeah, man, we like to have fun over here, yo. We just enjoying it, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo got a hook. He's the scam god. Go ahead, yo, sing the hook, yo.
He's a scam god, straight lying on the glyph. He's a scam god.
Oh, man.
Lying on the glyphs, he's a scam god. Straight lying on the glyph, trying to fake us up with another
tricks. Yo, we need a reaction video to the scam god. With the words, yo, he's a scam god. Keep lying on the glyphs. He's a scam god. Oh man, trying to scam us with meta tricks. Scam god because he think he's slick. Oh man, come on, yo, that's wild, yo. Something wrong with you, yo. hey, send. Yo, send Chef from the song, yo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna load it to the board, yo. Something wrong with you, yo. You made my day, yo. Definitely. Yeah, you crazy, yo. That was crazy. Yeah, man. Hey, man, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is, man. God dang, boy, I'm telling you, man.
He had that one coming, though.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's funny as hell right there, yo. That is definitely funny, yo. Got him with that one. Yo.
Who amongst you believe?
Who amongst you believe? That shit funny. Man, look, yo, we be over here having some fun. We gotta have some fun, yo. We got it. Y'all gotta know we gotta have that fun, yo. Y'all know we about to get up out of here, man. Y'all know. We end it all with this, man. Y'all know what I'm saying? Yeah. We sitting back. Yeah, man, yo.
God, straight lying
Yeah,
on
boy,
the
you crazy, yo. You killed them with that. Yeah,
lying on the
yeah, you got him. That's a good one. That's a good one right there, yo.
Oh,
Boy,
man.
I tell you. Not my sleeves, presto. Yeah.
Oh boy. Hey Smash, that was all good fun. Okay. I'm not a rapper. That's WR.
That was a good one, yo. That was a good one. That was funny. Definitely funny, yo. Man. Y'all gotta stop lying on them glyphs, yo. Stop lying on the glyphs.
Scam God.
Yeah, they gotta stop lying on the glyphs, yo.
Egypt is black is his only contention. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, that's a good one, yo. Yeah, you got him. You definitely got him.
Good guy. That good guy. Didn't you laugh? That was the whole idea. Whether you like it or not, you should laugh.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gotta laugh, yo. You know what it is? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Magi in the earth.
It's a good one, yo. I'm with all that. Yeah.
I didn't need to lie.
That was a good one.
Didn't need to make shit up.
That's a good one, yo. And put it in the folder. Scam God. Yeah. Let him come back. Yeah, that's a good one, yo. Yeah, you got him with that one. That was a good one, yo. Playing with the glyphs, yo. Is that what they've been doing this whole time, yo? Resurrecting the ancient language, playing with the glyph, got black people all up and wild. Boy, I tell y'all gotta stop, man. Oh, man, look. Boy, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Boy, he definitely gave us some sound bites, boy. He certainly have. Yes, he did, boy. Trying to see if I can load it on the soundboard, yo. That is just so funny, yo. Oh, we got it on the soundboard. We might be able to do something with it. We might be able to do something with that. Let me see. Yeah. Yo, went all the way into it. Yeah, you got him with that, though, Cedric. Did you? That was funny. Yeah, yo, we can't laugh about what's going on in the world again, yo, then we can't laugh about it, yo. Then we can't have no fun about it. We gotta be laugh about it, have fun about it. We gotta be about it. Yeah. Yes, we do. Mm-hmm. We absolutely do, yo.
Yeah, at this point, we ain't taking y'all serious no more.
Nah, hell no. Yeah, we just having fun, yo.
When you get the things you said verified, and then things added on to it, like the pluralization of the Ramesh, that was new information. I ain't heard that before. Like
yo, yeah. We thought we was messing. We thought he was saying it wrong. He was like, nah. Yeah, he can't with it.
Yeah, this is the level of scholarship we're at right now. So yeah. Keep showing those toothpicks at this point. Pew 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 pew.
They say throwing toothpicks. Pew, pew. They shooting toothpicks, boy, at tanks. That's even worse.
Wow.
They shooting. Let me see. I'm trying to drop this in there, yo. You know, I'm trying to load it up. Come on, the scam, God. All right, hold on. I'm gonna do it this way, y'all. I'm gonna put this in the board. Put this in the queue list. Whenever they start acting crazy, I'm gonna drop the queue on them. Say what? Say what would you say? We're gonna drop the Q on. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see. Nope, it ain't gonna fit on there. Error occurred. What? Man, yo. Yeah, you definitely got him with that, bro. Yeah. Hey, man, we got 74,000 people in the room, man. Let me look at the same thing, man. Let me see, man. He said, I put you up to this. I didn't put him up to that.
You put me up to it. How?
I didn't put him up to that, man. Man, hey, appreciate the donations today, man. It was love, man. Let me see.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew, pew. Them toothpicks, yo. You. That's how you do a toothpick coming at you. Y'all gotta stop that, man. Y'all almost had me mad, yo. They did, yo. I was like, man, they don't understand, yo. And then I realized, yo, they was just tripping, yo. I was really mad, yo. And you know what really helped me through it, yo, was the John Henry Clark, yo. It was the John Henry Clark video that really helped me through this. Yeah, he helped me through it, yo. He made me realize, yo, that, man, listen. Look, man, we designed to just be symbolic, homo symbolicus, yo. That's something Reggie told me one time. Yep, homo symbolicus. We just symbolic, yo. We can't help it. I mean, magical thinking. We have not evolved. We did not come out with logic, yo. We had to invent math. Math is logic. We had to invent that. We had to figure that out. We didn't come like that. The thing that served us best in the Stone Age, yo, was absolutely being spooky, yo.
Yep.
Jump every time something shake. Run, ninja, run. Run, ninja, run. Just run. Don't look back, because run. Crazy, yo.
You know the animated series Meet the Crooks.
Mm-hmm.
It's the cavemen. It shows that transition from them being absolutely scared of everything into because they met another family that was already a bit more progressive, and you could see the stark contrast. And the father kept saying, "This is how we survive. We hide, we run." So that was part of our natural evolution. You didn't run, you died.
Yeah, if you ain't run, you died, yo. You're done. That's real, yo. That's real, yo. Yeah. Running. Here you go. Let me put my man on here, yo. Let me hit y'all with some of this, yo. This what made me actually bring it back. What's going on, American Dream? What's good, yo? Tika, what's good with you, sis? What's going on, American Dream?
What's happening, Ankh? Peace, Ed.
They sitting around having fun.
No doubt. Ain't nothing, man. Y'all need to get Cedric's joints mixed nicely, man, and get some bass in that joint. Those are good songs, man. Those are good songs, man. Y'all need to. What's up with your boy Ken, man? Let your boy Ken take Cedric in the studio and do it right, man. What's wrong, man?
I played it to the thing. I couldn't put it on the wishman like I wanted to.
I know, I got you.
See. Hey, y'all leave them arrows in there. Yo, let me kill all them arrows. You know, we kill arrows around here, yo. We just had to do it. That's what we do.
But Ankh, I came in to actually ask you a question, though, if I could.
All right, go ahead. I don't feel like arguing, but go ahead. No arguing.
Yeah. I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue either. Wu Jiawu plays this video with John Henry Clark, where he talks about us, moving away from being black. And
I was a great player.
Oh, okay, nice.
Both.
So you want to play it before I ask my question, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Regardless, people have seen it enough to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was a great player, but go ahead. What part of the video? Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Just where he says, for us to move from being black and come to something. I think he said to use something. Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, let's hear it. See what you say. All right, let's hear it. Yeah, man, this kind of brought me right here. Hearing the old man just put it together, yo. It's like, all right, yo, I know I went off like that.
But repudiating him. So I'm not worried about the document war. I know I can win that one.
Professor Clark, how do you distinguish between the words Negro and Black?
I don't distinguish. I distinguish between the word. The way I handle the word Negro is by dismissing it. And I dismiss it because there's no such thing as a Negro, because there's no Negro people and no Negro land. This is an adjective that somebody made a noun out of and slapped on a people against their will. And I dismiss the word Negro. The word Black can relate to a whole lot of people, and it can become confusing. You see, people must relate to land, history, and culture. And this is what limits the word Black. Because if you say Black, then where is the Black land? I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. If you say English, an image comes before your eyes, good or bad. The changing of the guard, Buckingham Palace, Stoutheart, and the Bengal Lancers, If you say French, good cooking, great lovers, Napoleon, all that. All immediately you got an image. But you say Negro, what comes before you? No images, really. A condition. And a people is not a condition. A people must have a name that relates them to land, history, and culture. And so therefore, the name of a people, if it's going to be authentic, cannot be Black. That can refer to how the people look. The name of the people have to relate to the land of origin. Now, no one is having any difficulty saying Italian American, Greek American, French American. I don't think they should have any difficulty saying African American or Afro American, as the case may be. Now, these are people who are Black in the main. But let's get something straight. All Africans are not Black. That Black is the prevailing color in Africa. There are Africans who have not been mixed with any white people at all, who are like brown. And they've always been that way. And they're just as African as the blackest of the Africans. So if we got hung up on a narrow definition like Black without explaining that it has elasticity that extends beyond a person being jet black, then we get ourselves into another trap. We get out of one trap and get into two. So now let's qualify what we're talking about with Black. But when we're speaking of a people on a world basis, then let's relate them to land, history, and culture, so we'll know what we're talking about. Until someone creates a nation called Black, from which we emulate, Black land, Black area, Black borough, then I'm afraid that the word Black is rather limited.
Right. I'd like to thank you very much. You've certainly said quite a few things.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you very much. You said quite a few things. Now go ahead. American Dream. American Dream, American Dream.
Yeah, my bad. There were things he said that I agreed with, and then there are other things he said that, I'm not really, fully behind. Like, when he says, if there are French Americans, Italian Americans, we should also have an African American. But, I've always said, France is a country. Italy is a country. Africa is not a country. So comparing French American or Italian American to African American, I don't think it's just not equivalent. So I don't think that the fact that there are Italian Americans, that should encourage us to try and be African Americans. And, he did say, I don't know if you played the part where he did say we should do away with Black. And yeah, I think he suggested, yeah, he suggested that we use African American instead. Yep. But you can correct me if I'm wrong, right? Because I agree that Black and African are not synonymous, right? Which is what he said. But I do think that African American is synonymous with Black American, right? The African in African American means Black. So in my estimation, I don't necessarily see the difference between calling ourselves Black and calling ourselves African American, because it's the same thing, really. African American just means Black American. So it's the same thing with those same drawbacks that he's talking about. So I have that issue with him. And I do think that if we are going to evolve out of Black and come to something useful, I agree with what he said about basing it on land, history, and culture. But, you know, just the American part alone has all of that. Like, if you're an American, the land is there, the history is there, the culture is there. And that's really the most significant part of all of it. So in my estimation, we should get rid of it all and just go with the American part. And I think that would satisfy what John Henry Clark is talking about. And I really think that that's when we'll start to really see our growth.
Yeah, John will probably cut you out for that right there. That last part. That last part right there.
I'm more interested, though, in whether you would curse me out for it.
Nah, I'm off that. I did it already. I ain't gonna keep doing it. I'm done. I'm on my John Henry Clark thing, man. I'm sitting over here chilling, and I think you have a right to your opinion, bro. I ain't tripping on that. Right, really. And I ain't saying you hating or you be hate. I wouldn't say no. What I would say is I understand when he talked about Italian American and why we African American. So within that statement, he's telling you that we don't actually know what our tribe is. And he said, and he's basically saying, look to all of Africa. Okay, he said we can expand it like that. We can look to all of Africa for our growth and development. That's what he was saying. That's all. So yeah,
And I guess, you know,
I get that.
If I may, I think mainly that's a distraction, and I think that takes you away from the stuff that really matters, which is your nation. I think all of the things that we value come from our nationality and from the fact that we're American citizens. Like, there's so much value that comes from just being an American, and none of that comes from being African. There's really is no tangible result from attaching African to being African American, attaching it to American. So I just feel like it's more of a distraction. And I think that attaching African to American has really been more of, because I think it has made Blacks in America concentrate more on their Africanness than on their Americanness. And I think that has been to our detriment. I think that is a major part of the reason why, because we all talk about empowering our community, moving our community forward. And I do believe that that is a major part of the reason why our community is not moving forward in America as we want it to be. We're moving forward more than every other Black nation, if we were to count as a nation. But I do believe that if we were to just focus on our Americanness, we would really see the empowerment that we're really looking for.
It's all in the name, though.
Big up yourself, everybody.
Big up. It's actually all in the name, though, bro. It's in the name. So hold on for Mr. B's. So if it's in the name, then the reason we tell our children we African Americans and not just Americans, because we're more than just Americans. We're African Americans. We're Black Americans. We have an experience with the world. We have an experience with white America, right? That's different and unique. You know what I'm saying? And so when you say African American, you letting everybody know I ain't forgetting where I came from. I might not know the tribe or the clan, but God damn it, I know it's Africa, right? And we can attach to that, and we can love that, and we can respect that. We can learn the history of that and still be sharp enough to celebrate our Americanness, right? No matter how hard we try, bro, we ain't gonna never be white Americans. No matter how hard we try, yo. Right? And you know why we'll never be white Americans? Because we're not white Americans. We're not that. Right? And I learned a long time ago, yo, the reason I'm here on this platform right now, the reason I'm still living and surviving, yo, because I ain't never tried to be more than who I was. The mistake is trying to be white Americans. That's your mistake. You can't never be that. Different different experiences at different times and space. The relationship we have is very complicated, yo, and we want to make sure that we understand who we is. So now, bro, our strength ain't in being a white American or American. Our strength is being embracing both sides. I'm gonna embrace the American side, and I will embrace the African side, and I'm gonna put that together to make unique individual called the African Americans. So we're very unique, we're special, right? And that's just me saying it because I'm supposed to big up my heritage like that.
You know,
Unc, should I can I correct you?
If I could, before you cut in, Stoopies, it's interesting, Unc, that I said that we should focus more on just being American, and you've kind of put it, kind of changed it and made it sound like I'm saying we're trying to be white American. You know, it's interesting that you think
America is white, though. You know that, though, right?
No, I don't know that.
They're the largest ethnic group in America, yo. Like we're not gonna sit here and act like they did. Come on, yo. They came over here and they did their thing. When I say did their thing, yo, they took the land, yo. That's real.
I mean, that's one thing to say. It's one thing to say. It's one thing to say that America was started by white people. It's another thing to say that Black people today who consider themselves Americans are trying to be white people. That's just a logic that just doesn't flow to me.
No, you're overcharacterizing it. I'm saying that America is synonymous with being white, yo. It's white culture, yo. Where it starts to differ is when different ethnic groups like African Americans, Mexican Americans, Italian Americans, you know what I'm saying? And see, that's part of being American is celebrating your African American, your Italian American, your Polish American. That's what make America great, bro, is that everybody can bring their own piece. That's what make it great. That's what make it great. That separation shit. Let me finish, bro. That separation shit. Yeah, I'm saying is that separation shit. But the thing that make America what it is, yo, come on, dog. Let's keep it a buck, yo. That hip hop, apple pie.
I'm trying to keep it a
buck. Hip hop and apple pie.
It sounds like I'm more trying to keep it a buck.
Hip hop and crab cakes.
Yeah,
but it sounds like I'm more trying to keep it a buck.
Let me just say one thing quick. Please, let me just say one thing quick. I need to correct you. You said you never pretend to be more than who you are. But you should have said, I've never pretended to be less than who I am. That you should have said.
Okay.
That you should have said. You're not only American. You're African. You are Ghanaian and Nigerian. You probably have some European in you. We're a whole complex people. But we might not celebrate it, but you're not pretending to be less than who you are. So you're not going to remove any part of yourself to satisfy some individual description. I love what you're doing today, Unc. That's all I came on to say. I love what you're doing today. All right. You know that man don't get along all the way, but I love what you're doing today.
So Unc, as certainly as you said, Dr. Clark would be mad at what I said. I think he would think you're tripping for still referring to yourself as a Black American. Because he said that he wished we would get over with that, but
no. But you're not part of our ethnic group, bro. You're not part of our ethnic group. But I am. This is Cali Enigma, bro. I am African American, Black American. That's my ethnic group. You are Jamaican American. No disrespect. I'm not mad, bro. No disrespect to you.
Sound mad.
But you can refer to yourself. Hold on. You can refer to yourself as that if you choose to be. But you are Jamaican American. You are born in Jamaica. My ancestry comes from here in the United States by way of Africa. We have our own ethnic group here. We are related to you. You are definitely family, but we're not the same group. We're not part of the same ethnic group. So you cannot tell African Americans, Black Americans how to identify ourselves because we are our own ethnic group.
Yeah.
What I was referring to is what Henry Clark said, and he equated Italian and French American with African American. And what I'm suggesting is that that's not the same thing. And if we act as if it's the same thing, we're kind of fooling ourselves and we're just pretending. But it's not the same thing to say me calling myself a Jamaican American is not the same as you calling yourself an African American. It just is
Oh,
not.
okay.
And again, we would
I
be.
disagree.
Africa is not a country.
Disagree with you, bro.
Africa,
Yeah.
France is a country. Italy is a country.
All right, we
Jamaica is a
got you.
country.
Okay, we
Africa
done.
is.
All right,
So
we
it's
done
not the
right there.
same
We done
thing.
right there. So you don't get it though?
No, I don't get it. I think you're pretending.
No,
I
hold
think
on,
you're
wait. You don't get
pretending
it.
to
You
get
don't
the
get it.
same thing
No,
out
you
of it.
should get it. No, you should get it. We is getting the same thing out of it. Why you think we're getting the same thing out of it? Why you think we would have to say African American instead of a Ghanaian American or a Kenyan American?
Because we're an amalgamation of multiple African tribes.
Right. Yo, so we don't know, bro. So we just throw it all together, yo. That's it. That ain't even complicated, yo. You gotta be sophisticated enough to know in your thinking that nigga, we don't know our country of origin. That's why we say African American. No other reason. If we knew, okay, I got them. You come from the Bamalinki tribe and such, then I would say it. But we don't know, and DNA don't do it. That's all, bro. This ain't even you shouldn't even dispute that. You should know why we say African American. Cause nigga, we don't know.
Can I say something to
Jamaicans
American Dream?
don't know either, Jamaicans don't know where in
American
Africa
Dream.
they came from either.
All right, hold on,
And Jamaicans
hold on.
also
Yo,
refer to themselves as African. Let me just say this last thing though. Let me just I'm going to be finished. Jamaicans also we consider ourselves Africans as well, and we also have that same thing that you have of not knowing where in Africa you come from. So we have that as well. But what I'm telling you is when we say Jamaican American, it's different from when you say African American. It's not the same. And for
Don't
y'all to
feel
pretend
different.
as if it is.
Don't feel different. All right, let
No,
Miles go.
you don't know what it's being. How do you know
Don't
what it
feel
means to be
different.
Jamaican American? How do
I
you
feel
don't
proud.
know what it means to be Jamaican American?
No, I'm saying
you
it
don't know
feel.
what it means.
Come on, yo, why are you talking loud? Like, come on, yo, let's not do this. I'm not.
Because you can't say it feels the same
No,
when
how
you don't
you
know
gonna
what
tell
it
me how I
feels, what
feel?
the other one feels like.
Well, okay, well then I would never know. Then I would have. Then why would you make
Right.
sense?
So don't say it feels the same when you will never know what the other one feels like.
Listen, I'm saying it's a name we chose, bro.
Right, just out of thin air.
So listen,
But you just picked it out of thin
but
air.
is
So
that
it's
not
the
what
same as
humans?
black.
Well, hold on.
All I'm
yo.
suggesting is the
Hold on
same
for a
as
minute.
black. You just picked it out of thin air.
Everybody
Hold
freeze
on.
for a minute. Everybody freeze. American Dream. Stop fucking talking over me, yo. I'm not talking over you. I'm on my John Henry Clark thing, bro. Now I done cussed you out before for this. Yo, now at this point, we gotta be sophisticated enough to hear each other ideas, yo. But you talking over me, yo, that shit ain't flying, dog. You trying to dominate the whole conversation, that ain't flying either. You being disrespectful. And then go act like we just kicking you off because you like to get kicked off. I'm saying there's more than one person on here. You made your stance. I heard you, right? That's what you saying. And you said it's out of thin air. Last time I checked, all names come out of thin air. So just because we came out of thin air, you know what I'm saying, in the daggone 60s and decided to come up with African Americans, please respect our thin air. That's crazy. All people make up their name. You mad because we made up our name and you don't like it. Kick rocks, American Dream. Damn. Come on, Maz.
Thanks.
We didn't add our name like everybody else. I ain't never seen people make everybody thin air their names. God damn.
Why you mad? Why you mad?
I'm mad because you won't let us thin air like everybody. You act like we the only thin air people. Everybody names out of thin air.
For somebody who promotes scientific literacy,
I'm not
why are you
mad.
promoting this
I'm
idea?
not mad. No,
So-
if you're promoting scientific literacy,
okay,
So American
at a certain
Dream.
point, it just gets
at a certain
point, it gets
no more.
I'll let you later on, yo. That nigga say we came out of thin air with our name. Well, everybody, the Egyptians came out of thin air with their name. The fucking Romans came out of thin air with their name. If the Europeans came out of thin air, they call themselves white. That was definitely out of thin air. Everybody, all human beings, they got a brain come out of thin air. Everybody on this panel with different names came out of thin air with their name. Proud of my heritage, that's out of thin air. Peas is out of thin air. PK is out of we all thin air dudes. We thin air. That's what humans do. We make up shit out of thin air and we embrace it and we love it. Who the hell is this dude to tell us that we're not allowed to thin air, but everybody else can? Hey, yo, but it ain't exactly the country like that. So what? We thin airing, right? So what? That shouldn't be an issue. It's the fact that you're trying to press me for it, which is wild, American Dream. You're wild for that, bro. And no, I'm not mad. I'm just saying you're a hater. And you always hate out thin air. Go ahead, Maz.
Yeah, thanks. So American Dream, I know that you have a deep, almost like shame for Africa. Don't worry about it. It's a massive place. Even I'm going to give you some examples. Many ethnic groups in Africa, actually, their names were given to them by other groups or by their conquerors. Okay, so it's okay to be
what
African.
Did I say
it's
that
okay.
What did I say?
Let me finish.
I don't want to
finish. Hold on.
Where was the shame for Africa, though? Can you make that clear?
Let me. You know what?
The shame for Africa. Can you talk about that?
You have to let them talk.
Hold on.
I'm gonna put you down there.
That's the first thing he said, though, Unc.
Yes, I know, and I'm saying that not as an affront. I mean, almost as a fact. But
no, just tell me what I'm saying is that showed that I'm ashamed of being an African.
You are, because you know what, the concept. Let me give some examples, right?
Tell me what I said.
Hold on.
Goddamn, you don't shut the hell up, man. Come on, man.
You know, I can't. For me personally, I'm not very good at arguing on YouTube.
Right. Don't worry about that.
I rarely even come on YouTube. But anyway, so let me do. So remember, even when they had the first churches in the United States by black people, where some of them were called AME, right? African, AME, right? Excuse me, after this, yes. So that's one. Number two. Any black person, if you want to say African American, that's fine. Any black person from the United States, the Caribbean, and South America, Central America, they're actually the quintessential African American because they come from the continent of Africa. Unfortunately, because people were treated like cargo, they really don't know where they're from, except maybe tracing some of the Y DNA and mtDNA stuff, right? So that's three. The name is very, very important for people to have access to the ancestral land, just like how Europeans in America, what we call white people, have access back to some of back to Europe, right? So if you meet any white
England, German,
yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. Yeah, anytime you meet them, and I've been doing studies on them for a long time. I meet them and say, so what are you? They don't say I'm white. They say I'm French, German. They say I'm a mutt, whatever, all that stuff, right? They say that. Even if sometimes they might even make mistakes, but they say what they've been told. So these people in their families are saying that. Number 5. Remember, during the slave trade, there were always new people coming from Africa being brought as cargo, right? So it's very important for black people in America to say they're African American. And also what's going to happen in this country is that even generations of Africans that are now giving birth to kids here and people from the Caribbean, they're going to call them African American. There's nothing you can do about that because human beings have to have access to their ancestry and their ethnic group and their culture. Remember, American Dream, if I play a drum, I'm sure you're going to be bumping your head, even though you say you want to wear it, you want to be called American Dream. Because, in essence, it was very difficult for black people to be accepted. They had to change the constitution to be considered as human beings. You can't just erase that. In fact, I agree. I actually think you're doing a disservice, and I think you sound like you have some kind of shame. You say you don't. I don't. I mean, but I'll let you kind of go ahead.
Sure, you still haven't. You said I sound like I have shame, but you still haven't told me.
No.
Before you go, I want to have some pushback for what you said. Before you, I want to have some pushback for what you said. I get it. You're saying that other folks are going to call themselves African Americans, but African Americans really is it really is an ethnic group by Black Americans from the United States. I mean, that's what we call ourselves. That's what our ethnic group is. So I get what you're saying, but those folks in Latin America, in the Caribbean, they're not African American though. They have their own countries, and they have their own name for themselves. But no, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying.
No.
I want to push back to that.
You have a point, but the reason why I think it's flawed. Just hear me out. I mean, maybe you can. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's not flawed. Go ahead.
Yeah, the reason I'm saying because you know what, everybody comes here and then they're gonna mash up. So, for example, Even Europeans, remember at one point they were really separating themselves, Irish, German.
Yeah, okay, I
Now,
know what you're saying because everybody's mixing. I get it. You didn't even got to go no
no,
more. I
they
get what you're
mash up.
saying. Yeah.
No.
We've
Okay,
already been
right
mixing
now.
though, bro. We've been mixing. So you're
No,
right.
I know that.
I can
What I'm
agree with
saying,
that.
what I'm trying to say is that right now you have families of Africans marrying African Americans. You have
Yeah, that's what I just
African
said. I just
Caribbean.
said
Yeah, so
everybody's
you
mixing
can't.
up. So I agree with you.
I know. Yeah. Now I think what I agree with what you're saying is that before, you have to have a political group. Nowadays, it doesn't seem like there's the real strong need to have a political group based on ethnicity. It doesn't seem like it's necessary anymore in the United States. Even though right now it's a highly divided country, it's highly racist in many ways, but it looks like it's moving a separate way, where it's not as valid. In the 90s, right, all this stuff was very important. That's what I think the relevance of this Ankh channel is. In the 90s, you could say wild stuff. You could say stuff that you just didn't know, and now you can't say that anymore. So when people go on the internet and start talking, that's why I was trying to hope that not to kind of bring Reggie's name.
No, but I understand what you're saying, but I want to give some pushback because when you start thinking about it, once again, African Americans have a specific story in this country, right? And so, I think it's special. I don't want that to get erased and destroyed and have like our heritage kind of like just tossed to the side. And I know that's not what you're intending to do, but that's kind of what's happening. That's why I got my name, proud of my heritage, because I see a lot of folks who are trying to run away from that. And I'm not one of these people who are xenophobic. I'm very proud to rock with Africans and Afro Caribbeans and Afro Latinos. Those are our family members. But as far as my ethnic group, that is in my direct ethnic group, and some of the other brothers and sisters in the chat room, we are related. Africans are our family, though. Afro Caribbeans, Afro Latinos, they are our family. But my immediate family are African Americans, and I don't want my culture, my heritage, and the history of what we've done here, and how we freed ourselves, and how much work we put in here to get erased and to get mixed up. So that's why I fight so hard for my ethnic group, just like everybody else fights for theirs. Because I think that
it cannot get erased because we now live in a literate society, right? It cannot get erased.
Differs from that of someone, for example, in the Caribbean, and I've expounded on this before, and because I didn't understand certain reactions or behaviors, but being part of the community, having been close and understanding the unique and the dynamics, the American experience, the African American experience is different and unique from Afro-Caribbean or African that went straight to Europe. That the experience is different, and we cannot undermine that. We are all one, yes, but we need to respect that uniqueness, because listen, I keep saying in the Caribbean, when slavery ended, the European got his ass up and left. My forefathers never experienced Jim Crow and these type of things. We were poor, but we were left to our own devices. The European, for example, the Dutch, made it possible for us to get tertiary education. Like there are nuances. Yes, we're still under colonial rule. I'm not saying it's good, but we were left to our own devices. That, like, I never grew up having to worry with police brutality and these type of things. We need to respect the uniqueness of that experience. That is what I've learned being a part of the PK, being a part of this community. We need to respect that. And if we're genuine and we respect that, that's a foundation on which we can build. I
agree with what you're saying. I mean, it's respected. So, yeah, I mean, right now we live in a time when there's so much information. Of course, there's misinformation. You cannot, there's no one that knows anything about, African American history that will not be appreciative of Martin Luther King and Thurgood Marshall, right? I mean, that's something that even is spread. It's not even become human history. I'm not trying to. I don't think you can dilute African American history. Remember, they've actually invented some amazing things, right? in terms of music. They've actually now, in fact, when people think of Black people, they think of two kinds. They think of the African American, and then they think of the non-African American. You know, so it's such a dominant group. It's similar to a group like the Yoruba, right? A lot of people think that they were the most that were actually that are in the Caribbean or in Brazil. They're not. They just happen to have a dominant culture. So you cannot.
Wait, hold 1 second. American Dream, nobody kicked you off the panel, man. Why do you do that, man? This why nobody kicked you off for nothing, bro. You fell off. Didn't kick you off, man. Come on, bro. It's almost like you like you live for these moments right here. Nobody kicked you off, bro.
Remember, he likes to play the victim stuff that he's always accuses Black Americans of doing. You're playing a victim, American Dream.
Yeah, and then say kicked you off. Didn't kick you off, bro. Matter of fact, didn't y'all see his icon up there? Just fell off. Right. Come on, bro. You can go back and play. Look, think what you want to think, man. Nobody kick you off nothing, bro. You had your opinion. Right, born and raised in Jamaica, come in America, and you feel good about being an American. Bet. All right, that's your inalienable right. But you can't tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like my mother and them helped pick that name, yo. They all right, they cool with that. That's crazy. That is so crazy, yo. That's the most obscene, absurd thing I've ever heard in my life. Everybody, we came up with it out of thin air.
He's trying to say that we're ashamed of being American. No, we're not. We're actually very proud of this country.
Right, nigga. I done fought in every we didn't fought in every war, yo. We didn't fought in every war. World War I, World War II, Bay of Pigs, Vietnam War, street wars. Stop it, yo. Buried our
ancestors. Who's more patriotic than us, Who's more patriotic than us?
I wouldn't know. If you watch World War II, yo, against the Germans, yo, we came and turned the tide of battle based off our flying Tuskegee Airmen. Was lighting them Luftwaffes, lighting their ass up. Come on, bro. So now, yo, hey, yo, like I said, yo, I'm Black and I'm proud, yo.
Same. My family fought in every war this country's ever fought in.
Right.
So it's just ridiculous, bro, to try to make that type of claim.
Ridiculous. And I served this country. You ain't served this country. My ex-Marine, bro, I know you ain't talking to me. You just nonsense. Crazy.
It's crazy, man. That's why I just don't understand, man. Stop projecting, man. Black Americans are very, very patriotic. We love this place. We're not trying to go anywhere. We want to make changes to try to make it better. Like most Americans, right? We want to make it better. We want to make it improve because we understand that no country's perfect, but we're trying to make it as perfect as possible, right? We want to improve the situation in this country, but we don't hate it. We love our country. This literally is our country.
Right, but
we were here before it became the U.S.
You sure was digging, and ain't ashamed to tell the whole history
at all.
Right, get out of here, yo. This is crazy, yo. I know what kind of I know what the culture is. Stop it, hey boy, yeah. And then look, you want to be inflammatory, man. Knock it off, man. Find something better to do, yo, than that, yo. And ain't nobody kicking nobody off, yo. You feel like you just want to be American, yo. That's your right, yo. Your ancestors didn't name yourself. Didn't y'all accepted without? I don't even know what name you want to call yourself. As far as being in Jamaica, you said you're not Jamaican, you're just American. All right, that's fine. Okay, you ain't mad at you for that, bro. It's crazy as I don't know what, yo. Ain't served nothing.
He said he's not Jamaican, but he was born there. Born and raised in Jamaica.
Right.
He's a scam god.
That's an identity issue. That's called an identity crisis right there.
Yeah, I'm American. Hell with Jamaica. I ain't never heard nothing before like that in my life. You got a right to do it. That's your right, bro. You saying that don't hurt me. So me saying that my ancestors got together and decided to call themselves African American, yo, don't hurt me, yo. If you come on here arguing, yo, I'm gonna put you off because we don't gotta argue with the conversation, yo. It's a clear conversation, yo. Come on, yo. It's a clear conversation. Everybody got the right. You got the right to leave off the Jamaican part and call yourself a Jamaican American, a Jamaican or an American. That's your right, bro. I ain't gonna cuss you out and get mad at you for that and say, yo, you mad. Come on, yo. Don't.
Yeah, I just wanted to respond to the dude who said I was, the couple of guys who said I was, one said it was shame of Africa, and then another one said it was shame of America.
Yeah, I mean, it was me. I'm not a dude. I'm just a man. I'm not a dude. So
right. So I'm not finished though. Let me finish my statement. I didn't even make my statement yet. What's interesting to me, and I'm just having a conversation. I'm just having a conversation as well. I mean, I'm not yelling. I'm just saying what I have to say.
Simplify.
What's interesting to me is that when I said when I say I'm an American, Ankh said that being an American is being a white American. So he was insinuating that I was trying to be white, and that's what happens most of the time. Let me just finish, please, Ankh. Let me just finish though.
No, but no, I wasn't.
I'm gonna finish. And in my estimation, you were trying to shame me from being an American. Right? You were trying to shame me by equating that with trying to be white.
No, I wasn't.
And so, go ahead.
American dream. No, I wasn't, bro.
Okay.
What I said was when you say America, when you think of American culture, you think of white people, yo. And then I went on to explain.
Who's the you you're talking about?
I went on and explained that
who's the you you're talking about though? Me or you? I don't know what you mean by that. Man, you said when you say America, who are you talking? I don't think like.
Listen, yo. We don't got to do it this way, yo. I'm gonna try this one more time, yo. Bro, we don't gotta do it this way.
You just cut it on me and said something, and I can't ask you for clarity.
No, okay, but
come on, bro.
Not like that, yo.
All right, go ahead.
It's a show, so I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to the audience. So when I make a statement about America, last time I checked, the first thing coming to your mind is white America. Why?
Facts.
TV programming, like you're just delusional if you don't recognize that. When you turn your TV, the programming is ran by white people. The messaging is that.
The president.
That's the reality
most of the politicians.
Right. All right. So that's not I'm making it up. That's not that. I'm just looking at the reality of my world. Now, right? What America is made up of is a melting pot of different ethnic groups. But the largest ethnic group would be white people, to the tune of 250 million white people. They far the largest group in America, bro. Okay. And despite all that, right, it took other groups to make this thing run right. So I can say that and still not call you white because you're an American. That don't mean you white because you're an American dream. I'm not even mad about you celebrating your American. I get mad when you start to remember this, when you start to continue to say that I'm not a proud American because I don't say it the way you say it, because I say I'm an African. I should just drop that. And I'm saying, yo, I want to be tied in to the damn slavery, bro. I want that smoke. I'm not running from that. So when I say it, I want you to know that I know my ancestors got enslaved.
Because that's our history.
To the point where we just got to say African and don't give us a country of origin, bro. It's in the name. The name tell you an Italian American saying they come from Italy. But there's different places inside of Italy too, though, bro.
Facts.
And don't embarrass us that our ancestors were slaves.
Can I respond, Ankh?
Yes, you can.
Irish parade.
The first thing I said when I came in is that African. I spoke about what Henry Clark said about the word black and calling ourselves black, and I suggested that African American, and we agreed that African does not mean black, and I suggested that African American is synonymous with Black American. So what I was suggesting is that if we're going to roll with John Henry Clark and get rid of calling ourselves black and get over with that bath, we're going to also have to get over the bath of Africa, because as much as you want to say that, because you're trying to say African American ties us to some land, but you know it doesn't, because African American is about Black American. It's not about tying you to a country. Italian American connects you to Italy. But African American means Black.
You're wrong.
I'm going to be finished in a minute. I'm going to be finished in less than 30 seconds. I'm going to be finished.
I have to act like a barbarian.
Can I finish my thought?
I have to act like a barbarian. No.
Let me finish my thought.
I gotta be a barbarian to know. Because you know what? If you
you're a Jamaican trying to tell us about our heritage. That's annoying,
I'm
bro.
not telling you about your heritage. Y'all don't even understand what the hell I'm saying.
No, you know what? You have. Here's the thing: you can be an African American and go to.
All I'm telling you is
and go to Ghana or Sierra Leone, and they will give you access to citizenship if you can prove that you have some ancestry there. I have to talk over this guy. I hate to do that.
Bro, your reasoning flawed. First of all, you can't equate the continent to a color. That's the whole argument. The continent grounds you in a land. The fact that we over in the Americas are an amalgamation of different tribes, different cultures.
So African American doesn't mean Black American, Cedric? African American doesn't mean Black American?
Let me finish. Don't ask me no questions.
Go ahead.
Speaking. So you can't tie us back to a specific geography, but it ties us and roots us to that continent. And we know for a fact when we refer to the continent, we are referring to West and Central Africa because of our understanding of our history.
Because of your blackness.
No,
you're silly, Cedric.
Cedric,
the reason you go back to West Africa is because of your blackness.
Cedric, you know what? You know what he's trying to do? Cedric, he thinks that if we drop this Black and African thing, it's gonna increase our status, I guess, up to white status or something.
Yeah,
that's not gonna happen.
That's a great point.
Mad enough to write a rap song about me. I hope I get you
the Italian can equate himself to the whole country, or the European, which they now refer to themselves because they are being so amalgamated. They don't use specific countries anymore. They refer to themselves as European Americans, right, with European heritage, right? That is flawed reasoning as well. Now, you see how flawed your arguments are. Your premise is
no. You're kidding yourself, Cedric. First of all, if you listen to Chief X is the king of being West African. Chief X keeps telling us we're not North Africans. We're not those people. We're West African. And the reason he keeps saying that is because of our blackness. So the fact that when we call ourselves African American,
I still think
it's because of our blackness.
You have some shame in you, Mr. American Dream. You have some shame in you, and you know what? It's actually okay.
Who made Chief X an authority, yo?
American Dream, yo, you done for the day, bro. Can't say that out your mouth, yo.
Yeah,
really, yo?
Where did that need
to mess up the show like that, yo? With that statement, yo? Wow, bro. Come on, yo. So that made you mad. So let's get this straight. He get mad when you say he's ashamed of being Jamaican.
No. I mean, I've met I hate to use this word. I've met funny guys like him, right? So they're very slick, but when they get to work, right, they are true cowards because they won't, But I don't want to get into that because that sounds like I'm attacking personally. So the thing is, African American is actually the best name. I mean, those guys actually have very good insight and they knew what they were talking about because it actually gives you access. Let's say we talk about business, right? Think about it for business. You can go as an African American, right? Go to certain countries in West Africa. There's going to be more countries and actually do business by being able to prove that you have ancestry from there. That's actually, what we wanted, at least as Pan-Africans back in the day, was to have proper unity. Right?
Can I?
Africa? No, hold on. Let me just say this real quick. And Africa, the United States, Central America, and the Caribbean, right? Now, those things are a little bit outdated, right? Because the world is moving so fast and it's different. But there's no need, if there's no, it's important to have that continue.
Let me show
because
you.
They're just, every ethnic group in West Africa, yes, was pretty much enslaved, including even but I don't want to talk about slavery.
Can I say something, please? Can I say something, please? Now, to be embarrassed by one blackness or one Africanness speaks volume. Because what we're getting from American Dream is a level of embarrassment. Look, I am proud to be black and I'm proud to be of African descent. I have no problem in recognizing that my ancestors were a part of the slave trade. And I'm proud that my ancestors was able to overcome the bullshit that we call the slave trade.
Stupid.
Right?
And you're proud of your Jamaican heritage as well, which is connected to the transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah, but I'm going
American
to tell
Dream's
you.
trying to run from that.
Yeah. No, but I'm going to tell you another thing too. In Jamaica, let's be truthful. In Jamaica, we have white Jamaicans who have been there as long as black Jamaicans.
Facts.
Should we, right? We have white Jamaicans who have been there just as long
Facts.
as black Jamaicans.
Facts.
Father just got a funeral for one of the actor them there. Two please.
But that's part of
Right?
your heritage, though. That's part of your
Right?
history, though.
No. But that is it. So in truth and in fact, we are more Africans than we are Jamaicans. Because Jamaica don't mean that Jamaica is a colonized land.
Facts.
You might want to call it 10 million thing, but it's a colonized land that was colonized.
Y'all see this map right here?
Yeah.
This map, United States Census.
Right.
Portion of Black Americans alone or in combination in each county of the 50 states, Washington, D.C., and Puerto Rico as of the 2020. Look, so you see that 80% or more. Look at the dark green, 80% or more. That's in the population of Black alone or combination.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you see where we concentrated at,
Southeast.
right? See where we concentrated at, right?
Yeah.
All the black cities up in Baltimore, New York, in these areas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, yeah, yo. So listen, man, it ain't a whole lot of us, bro. We here though. We here. We in the game. We in the game, right? I want everybody, when you take your time out to read this. This is interesting. This got me right here. Look, this is a trip. Watch this, yo. Listen. All right, post-civil rights era. Look. Okay, politically and economically, African Americans have made substantial strides during the post-civil rights era. Look, 1967, that's when I was born. That's 57 years ago. Thurgood Marshall became the first African American Supreme Court justice. That's 1967. Watch this. Look, 1968, Shirley Chisholm became the first Black woman elected to the U.S. Congress. Look at this, yo. 1989, Douglas Wilder became the first African American elected governor of the United States. Clarence Thomas succeeded Marshall to become the second African American Supreme Court justice in 1991. In 1992, Carol Moseley Braun of Illinois became the first African American woman elected to the Senate. Come on, yo, look at this. Look at this. There were 8,936 Black office holders in the United States. In 2000, showing a net increase of 7,467 since 1970. In 2001, there were 487 Black mayors. I mean, come on, yo. And then, Barack Obama, right? But why? Look, watch. Look, that's why we're saying it. Look, everybody knows it, but this guy. It's right here. Look, African Americans, also known as Black Americans or Afro Americans, same thing what John Clark said, right? Are an ethnic group consisting of Americans with partial or total ancestry from any of the black racial groups of Africa.
That's what I told you. They said, didn't I? All right.
Now watch it. Then you got two sources right here. The Black population, right? African American law and legal definitions. Look, African Americans constitute the third largest racial or ethnic group in the U.S. after white Americans and Hispanic and Latino Americans. The term, here you go, the term African American generally denotes descendants of what? of Africans enslaved in the United States. That's why I like that. I'm not running from that. That's what make me me. That's what give you my vigor. That's what give you my flavor. That's what give you my just, I can fight back at any cost. My destined to win. I'm not taking it from my kids. You would never hear a Jewish community, affluent or not, worry about anybody trying to disconnect them from the horrible Nazis, ovens, concentration camps. They don't run from it. They run right to it.
We survived the killing fields of America, the absolute plantations, tons of lynchings, just a ton of atrocities to become the people that we are today. The last thing that I want to do is run away from that, because it shows how strong we are. So no, I'm proud of, that's why I say I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud of my ancestry. I'm not ashamed of none of it. It is what it is. It happened. No reason to run from it. All of the black folks in the Americas are the descendants of the transatlantic slave trade. We all went through some form. Our ancestors went through some form of trauma, and they survived, and they made a way. And African Americans in the U.S., we made our way.
They didn't survive. They were victorious.
The Africans in the Caribbean made their way. The Africans in Latin America made their way, right? And so everyone should be proud of their heritage, and I'm proud of mine. I'm definitely proud of mine. I'm proud to be Black American, African American, Afro American. I'm proud of that.
Brother, we never survive, brother. Brother, we never survive. We beat our oppressors. We never survive.
You know what? Yeah. The ROI of African Americans and Jamaican Americans, let's just call it that, right? Is actually amazing. I'm always astounded, and I've been studying this for a long time. ROI, right? So think about, for example, I don't think we're up to 10 slave ships that brought people from Africa to the United States. I don't think they're up to 10. To have that particular group, and even Jamaicans, right? They've actually, the return on investment, it's a horrible thing to say, but in terms of, because they're human beings, is something amazing that nobody could have thought of. I mean, just think about the dominance of those two ethnic groups, right? So anybody that feels that should not be actually praised and even put as a suffix, you know, as a prefix, could be, you know, is actually quite crazy. And even there are people that ultimately will love to be African American or Jamaican American. Those two groups, I mean, not just music. I mean, people kind of, you know, in terms of even just intellectualism, right? But you know, Jamaica is more known for music, but not just that, the tenacity. If you didn't know about geography, you would think that Jamaicans were not actually not from, they were not from, you know, not from the Caribbean or from America.
They're our cousins, man. They're our cousins.
Yeah, they're just cousins, and they're also our cousins. So if you do the DNA stuff now, you will see that they're now.
We're really y'all family too. Africans, y'all our family.
I'm just saying that.
So Afro-Latinos.
Yeah, they're not yet, and we always forget. They're now. If you go back now, and you see that they're now, you can now find your 6 cousins, and we can also find our 6 cousins bidirectionally in the United States, the Caribbean, and Latin America. But right now, it's mostly in the United States and in England. You know, so in England, it's going to come through Jamaica, right, and some of the other islands, right, the English-speaking islands. So it's actually the fact that and I'll just kind of button this up. The fact that they actually survived is a testament to something. I don't know what it is, because it's not magic, you know. I actually don't really know what it is to be able to survive the horrendous evil that was brought, even to get them to the slave ports, the evil to bring them from the savannah or the forest areas to the slave port, right? And to wait for 30 days, and then some people to wait in a dungeon and then be packed like sardines, and then to work again. It's too much, man. It's too much. So American dream, I mean, I don't want to come and fight on the internet. I think you're actually becoming quite obscene, and I'll leave it at that.
Amir.
What's up, bro? What's going on? Could you hear me? Could you hear me?
Loud and clear.
I
we
was
can hear you.
just
Go ahead.
I just think I just think the Jamaican and African American. I mean, the British colony, the United States is 247 years old, and the founders of this country were British people. I mean, with this portion of America, not in the beginning when the Spanish and Portuguese came, but this portion, when they went to Virginia and Washington D.C., those people were British before America fought for their independence. I think people should take a Constitution test again and study history of America before it
Talk
became
to him.
independent and branched off. Like seriously, and Caribbean is an insult. It means cannibal. But all of us are the same. We're not even cousins. We're the same people. We're Western Central Africans. And when the
Talk
brother
to
said that
him.
we were strong, we were strong because of the sub-Saharan or Black African genes we got. No other group of people on the planet can sustain or go through what we went through. Africans are showing that right now, even within their own countries. So I don't, for me, I don't
You ain't gonna
separate
no argument
myself.
for me, bro.
I know, but for me, I don't separate myself. No, I know, brother. I'm just saying, for me, as an African man or a man that's been over, I don't really separate myself from the Nigerian or the Ghanaian or the Black populations in Africa because it's their genes that made me be able to do what I do. You get what I'm saying? There has been some integration, but I know my Irish genes can do what they did. I know some of the Jewish genes I got couldn't do what they did. But it's that larger chunk of my DNA that binds me to that continent that makes me great. So that's what's important to me,
Some good points, man.
I agree to a certain extent, except for the fact that we do have cultural differences, and I don't want my culture, and we share we're the same culture, right? I don't want my culture being discarded. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own culture that they appreciate, and I don't want mine cast to the side. And that's what American Dream was doing. And I'm like, look, I said I didn't want to be that guy. That was the first thing I posted in the chat room. But you're telling me that I can't call myself African American or Black American, and you're not even part of my ethnic group. It's annoying because I hear this happen quite a bit, and it's like, no, this is what we decided to name ourselves here in the United States of America. Your group, you guys named yourself what you named yourself, and I have no problem with that. That's okay. Our people, those Africans, survived. They fought all the way through, and they made a way here, and they created beautiful cultures in the Americas, right? And so I don't want that to
I
get
agree.
lost in the shuffle. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
Can I ask you a question, brother? I also want to say, True American Dream is a troll. So I don't think, people should
Oh, I know.
like to troll.
I know you're a raccoon.
I want to say this. Would you agree that African American culture, because we are our own ethnic group now. We are our own identity. We are our own clan. It's 40 million of us. But my thing is, would you agree that African American culture is an exterior African culture? Because these were
Yeah,
Africans
our culture is rooted from Western Central Africa. Absolutely.
So we have a new creolization culture that was created by the Africans that was in bondage in a new world.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's exterior African culture. No, not less African than Yoruba, not less African than Igbo. It's our culture that was shaped right here in the New World, which is still African, exterior African culture.
Yeah, you'll get no pushback. Hey, bro, you're not going to get too much pushback. I don't know if you're expecting to get a bunch of pushback. I'm not going to get that.
No, I'm not pushing no, brother. I was just saying it out loud because
that's an excellent point, Street Sufi. That's, I think people actually, so I'm okay. If you think about, I'm saying something that's obvious, right? All those ethnic groups in Africa, most people could not even understand each other, right? They didn't see themselves as the same people, right? It's different languages. So the fact that African Americans, let's just say Africans in the diaspora, right? They've been able to actually maintain and actually make the culture more robust. I mean, even think about, let's even say music, right? Everybody likes music, right? It's something that is actually quite astounding. That's why that's why you can play any kind of African American music in Africa and people will jump to it, or definitely reggae, right? I mean, that's not by chance. That's because, the base culture is the same. Now, people have different experiences, as they should. And it's a big...
So, I just didn't like the disrespect that American Dream was bringing when he when he started inviting grown men to his private part. So I think he's out of order, yo. He on timeout for a while for that. His opinion is his opinion, and we all got to live with each other in our opinions. And we should never tell another people how to define themselves. That's racism, white supremacy. Thus, the fight over Black Egypt. Never put your mindset on an indigenous population, right? Let the ancestors speak. Let them tell you what they call themselves, and respectfully call them what they call themselves. That's how we do it around here, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, yo. We've been rocking for 3 hours and 50 minutes, man. Hit that Cash App coming in and hit the Cash App coming out the door, man. I appreciate the diverse panel. Caribbean Americans, Jamaican Americans, Caribbean. No, hey, Cedric, you just in the Caribbean. You just what do you like to call yourself there, Mr. Cedric?
Me, I'm from St. Martin. It all depends on which level.
St. Martin.
Yeah,
What do you say? What do you say yourself to be?
Yeah,
depends on who I'm talking to.
Yeah,
he's an African.
Yeah, it depends on who,
yeah, how deep,
in which context you're having the discussion, and
on at what level.
Back. The Caribbean,
the reality, we all descendants from the same people. The reality that were just dispersed. Yeah, that's the reality.
We were just dispersed, and it's based on our colonial past, which particular culture we developed. That's why you have Latin Caribbeans, you have French or Patois, or more to the French speaking Caribbean. Then you have the English Caribbean, right? Because it's all based on your colonial past, how your particular culture developed on your specific little island. But we share a common denominator as a people. So, and when we use the word a Caribbean, yes, the European was here prior to us being brought over here. So they were dealing with the natives, and there is the folklore that the Caribs were actually cannibals, right? So that's how the region got this name as Caribbean, based on that folklore. That, of course, the Spanish went back and they took their fairy tales with them. Not referring to us as Africans when we say we're from the Caribbean. That title of cannibalism has nothing to do with the African. That was already the stigma on this region prior to us being brought here.
This will be, if you maybe Ankh, you could do another show like that. We just do another history of the America show or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna definitely get up there. American Dream, you're a troll at this point, yo. You just throw shit together. If we can't discuss y'all calling yourselves African Americans, then you shouldn't discuss others calling themselves Black. Man, shut up.
That wasn't the point. The point was
that is
your
crazy,
reason
yo.
was flawed, yo. You're saying claiming claiming the continent equates to claiming the color, when the whole claiming the continent was grounding you in a geographic region. We understand we're talking, when we say Africa, we're predominantly talking about West and Central Africa, based on our understanding of the Atlantic slave trade. So it's no need, just like the Italian doesn't say he comes specifically from Roma, because Italy is large enough. He just claims the whole country.
Our ancestors called themselves African, literally. They literally created organizations calling themselves Africans, and you're telling us to discard all that history for you. Who are you to tell us to not to listen to our ancestors and call ourselves what we call ourselves?
He wants to be white, but it's gonna take about 4 generations for him to become that. Phenotypically.
Four generations. 4 generations.
This Black Egypt conversation, Black Egypt conversation led me independently to reach to the conclusion that identity was already confirmed by Dr. Clark. I'm calling myself Black or identifying as Black would would mean me accepting the European ignorance when he encountered West and Central Africans and saying Lo Negro, because black is
That's
a
right.
one-to-one translation of Negro, right? So
That's right.
I rather identify with the continent and geography. So I'm an African in the Caribbean. I'm an African in St. Martin. Like that is the best way to identify myself. Black
Cedric,
doesn't say anything.
Cedric, don't all the black folks, I mean, throughout the Americas, these people refer to themselves as Afro-Peruvian, Afro, you know, Jamaican, like they say Afro. They put Afro for themselves. They're referring to their connection to the mother continent. Am I wrong?
That's right.
You're right.
That's right.
We're Afro-Caribbean.
Hey, you know what's interesting about the inception of America? You know, America is exterior Europe. They brought their culture here. Like they was fighting. The country was named after a map maker, an Italian map maker. They still embrace their ancestors.
Americo Vespucci.
Yeah, and they still embrace their ancestors, the colonizers, Columbus Day, and all this. Like it's actually really Europe. They brought the European culture here.
They say, you know, what is it? St. Patrick's Day. They sell. What else they sell? They
the
Italian Heritage Day.
The Christmas tree, the religion, the everything. But everybody else, when but it take 4 generations. As you say, only 4 generations. You're having some nice little white children after 4 generations.
This was Europeans' playground, and that's why the reason why I say everybody should take a Constitution test again, because you'll learn how the Europeans was fighting each other over here, how the British got in the game, how the Spanish lost, they started getting beat, the Portuguese lost, the French, they was fighting each other until the United States branched off and got their independence, and the British went back and the Spanish went back. But this place is a cesspool for them. It was a playground for them when they came over here. This is what it was.
But right now, when you say the United States is really an extension of Europe, the U.S. and Canada, they're really an extension of Europe.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's real talk right there. What else could it be? Look at the names. New York. All right. That's the top of it. It's telling you where they came from. Old York. You know what I'm saying? They did that. Yeah, that's right there. Yeah, I mean, you know.
So that's why, you know, I've always been.
That.
I've actually, in fact, I don't know if this helps at all. I actually met Ivan Van Sertima years back, a long time ago. But I'm actually when you hear and you see, and I also met Stokely Carmichael, who became Kwame Ture, right? But I didn't get a chance to actually speak to him. But Ivan Van Sertima, I actually got a chance to speak to him. But when people now go back and claim their African names, it's actually very powerful, and it actually scares racist Europeans. Because, you know, once you claim your, you know, so that's the American dream, right? It's actually a disservice. You might think you're clever, but but it's very important to say, who are you? So, for example, let's say Ankh said, you know what, I'm from Mali or Burkina Faso, 10% of my heritage from there, right? And you say, you know, your name is Traore, right? It's very powerful, especially for your children and your family. I'm not saying that you have to pick an African name. I'm just saying that, you know, it's actually powerful. That's why it's it's actually deeper than what people think, you know, because in Africa there are actually some very strong cultures, and a lot of times when Europeans met strong cultures, they didn't know what to do with them, you know, so they just avoided them. So names are important, heritage is important, and I'm glad that the vast majority actually think is relevant. It's not.
I think it's relevant. I don't think it's a game. And I also think having accuracy is important. And in 2024, if a person cannot understand why we call ourselves African Americans, shame on you. All the literature is out there. Where's the paper? Where's the citation work, American Dream, that says what you're saying? Where's that at? You don't have it. You just don't have it. What's up, Mr. Ron Perkins? How you doing, brother? Good to see you in the chat, man. Appreciate you, bro. Even though you be playing with that book. You be playing, man. Stop playing.
Hey, Gideon, you been on the panel? Ain't said nothing, Gideon?
Huh? Gideon said something.
Gideon, he couldn't see it, been on the panel and said nothing. Gideon.
Gideon jumped in. He dove
Yeah, I
in.
said something.
He said
Okay, my
something.
bad. I didn't hear you. My bad.
Family. But yeah, we about to get up out of here, man. We done did our thing, man.
Hey, but you know what's funny, he brought up John Henry Clark, right?
Yeah, and then he misunderstood him. That's crazy.
Exactly, because John Henry Clark was talking about Africa.
His whole thing was connected himself back to Africa.
He was a Pan-African.
That's his whole smear. That's his whole smear. He was saying black ain't no land called black now. He said there's
you got to connect it to geography.
Right. He said it's tricky, it's confusing. Right. He said all that. Yeah, you just missed that.
American Dream said we need to go be American because we need to be more like the Europeans.
American Dream. American Dream. Nobody's a coward. It's what you say out your mouth to another man on this panel, bro. Yeah, you done for the day, bro. You disrespectful, yo. Then you messing up my monetization with that. How about that? Yeah, and it's disrespectful to a bunch of other men. You telling them, you telling one of them, right? Because you don't like how he feel about a particular name, right? You invite him to your private parts.
Pause.
And you think that's dope. Yeah, y'all missed him. He said it. I heard him. He said it. Did you not? Did you not, American Dream?
I mean, if that's what you are, bro, but you don't have to put. However you feel towards other dudes, keep that to yourself, bro.
They supposed to keep it to yourself.
Fire for that dog. Oh yeah, the number. Big fire for that nigga.
Yeah. Yo, come on here, Tony. Y'all mad? We not mad. You the one went mad with that statement.
You already know that.
We should have some Shabarang scolding. Yeah, we should have Shabarang scolding.
Don't know, so we're not talking.
But you know, bro, you come to America, like so the largest black population, or the largest population of Afro descendants in the United States are the group called African Americans. You're gonna come tell us in our country how to identify ourselves. How you know how disrespectful that is, bro?
Wild. That is wild. As I explicitly said, being part of this community, I get to understand and appreciate the black or African American experience. You come back and say, don't call yourself African. You're denying the uniqueness of their experience, bro. You're immigrant on top of it. Wild.
No, what he wants to do is he wants to exterminate, right? But he doesn't have the army and the intelligence to do that, right? So you need those.
Oh wow!
So that's what it's.
How dare you? Gotta hit him with it. How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you? The audacity, yo. The audacity. If you do it every time with the same thing, I let him suck me into it, yo. He get me into it. Yeah, yo, come on, bro. I cannot believe, yo, that shit blind spot, yo. That's crazy. That's crazy, yo. We could call ourselves Ghanaian Americans, yo. We would, yo. Trust me, we would, yo. But that ain't how the chips fell, bro. It ain't fall that way, yo.
Well, not just that, we would have to discount the Congolese in our ancestry, the Angolan in our ancestry. Yeah, we'd have to, the Dahomian, like we had the Dahomian and Empire. What's it be? Not the Dahomian Empire. You know what I'm saying? These different African tribes like Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Fulani, right? The Asante. We have all these people. The Ga, the Fan, right? The Airway. We have all these different tribes in us, and you're telling us we're supposed to just discard all that. White Americans don't do that. They tell you. I have talked to white Americans. We grew up with white people, right? And white people, they'll tell you that they are Irish, that they have Italian ancestry. They tell you where their ancestry, their grandparents were from in Europe. They say this.
Half Italian, half Russian. My father is Irish and German.
Yeah, they say that all the time.
They incorporate all. They're European.
He's just ashamed. Now it stings. I mean, I guess he's saying stuff about sodomy. I don't know. I mean, if he likes men, that's his own problem. That's not my problem. But
it's horrible, man.
He's saying, that shows a sign of weakness, right? Because in real life, would he really say that to a man?
Man, he calls somebody a spear chucker. Hey, American Dream, yo. Why would y'all? Hey, man, get that man out the chat, yo. Yeah, he just disrespectful, yeah.
Right, that's some white supremacist cool, super
No,
cool.
I mean, is just ashamed, right? So it's just shame over being.
Hey.
Okay, so you know what? What's okay? Spirit talk. Okay,
I don't want him in my.
You know,
what's up, legit?
The racists will never accept you, American Dream.
He knows that.
You're still black.
Hey, black man, get him out of here, yo. Get him out of here, yo. You know I don't. Yeah, put him on hold for a while. Y'all don't want him around, yo. He disrespectful, yo.
So a guy that most likely is
get yourself together, American Dream, yo. Get yourself together, and then you come back into we have good conversations. But all that stuff you on today, yo, you wild because we chose a name out of thin air. So did the names fall from heaven? Did the Israelite names come from the man in heaven? Like children, call yourself this. Is that how that happened? You know what I mean? How about the, you know what I'm saying? How about Native American tribes? Where they get their names from? They just made it.
Bobby, when you were trying to explain to him, sir, when you said the word American, you're referring to the white people. He couldn't deny it. Because culturally, growing up, my vision of America was Little House on the Prairie. I could play that song, right? It was
John Boy.
Yep, Silver Spoons.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It was those programs. It was. Tell me in the 70s how many shows had black people in there.
Leave it to Beaver.
Yeah,
it wasn't a lot, bro. Green Acres. You know what I mean? It wasn't a lot. These were white folks. White folks were the main ones on TV. They still are the main ones on TV because they're the majority population in this country. I don't know why some folks can't understand this. This is not rocket science.
Well, you know what? He understands it. You know what? He just has. You know what? He has shame, right? He has shame because
shame for being black.
Yes, no, really. He has shame of being black. He has shame of. He considers black people backward, ugly, and stupid. It's not that complicated. I've met guys like this before. Back in the day, you could kind of, give them a good lashing, But he's just pretending. So now it's on YouTube, right? He's just saying wild stuff, but he's just ashamed. You guys are giving even more credit. I mean, I'm thinking that he's.
So are you saying he's gonna create the new NBA is going the biracial way, and then they're having children with white women, and then by that third generation, the children start look white.
I mean, is
that thing Stoopies are saying? That's the direction.
That's actually what that.
Yeah, it reminds me of Jesse Lee Peterson.
Y'all, wow. Yeah, we out of this framework right now. Y'all going a lot.
He's a scam god.
I can't even. I don't know why I can't play the volume. I don't know what's going on, man. I tried to download the thing. Favorite song, yo. Crazy.
American Dream. That dude decided to come tap dance on everybody. Just straight hate. He hates being black, but that dude wish he could wake up in the mirror and turn to somebody from Europe. He just wishes.
Yeah, he definitely a hater, yo.
The American Dream.
Yeah, hater, yo. Talking about I ain't hating on nobody. I think I'm pretty much open to a lot of stuff, yo. But come on, man. When you start saying we can't name ourselves that and it's wrong, that's crazy. Hey, man.
Back at it again.
Yo,
name himself
Big up to everybody.
Big up, man.
Yeah, thanks for letting me come on, Unc. Appreciate that, bro.
No, man, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. I appreciate the support, man. Yeah. Appreciate everybody, man. Y'all know what it is, man.
Too much fun. I admit. Shout out to Smash Scamware. Y'all know what time it is. He's a scam god, straight the lion on the cliffs. He's a scam god, straight the lion on the cliffs. He's a scam god, straight the lion on the cliffs. Trying to fake us out with many nature tricks. He's a scam god, straight the lion on the cliffs. He's a scam god, straight the lion on the cliffs. He's a scam god, straight the lion on the cliff. Trying to fake us out with many nature tricks. When it's close off, everything Smash say is so off.
losing his mind, looking so soft. End of the shining, it's lights off, yeah, lights off. Smash me acting real narcissistic. In the third person is so pathetic. All of that not just too dramatic. Magi archers, not realistic. Fantasy view, conjecture driven. Nigga doing research by begging the question. Arguments built on flawed foundation. Can't read the clips, only pseudo translation. Misinformation, that is position. Kevin is black is his only contention. Being exposed, now everybody knows. Smash is the bona fide pseudo. And the scam god, straight lying on the glyphs. He's a scam god, straight lying on the glyphs. He's a scam god, straight lying on the glyphs. Fake this out with metal net tricks. He's a scam god, straight lying on the glyphs. He's a scam god, straight lying on the glyphs. He's a scam god, straight lying on the glyphs. Trying to fake this out with metal net tricks. Smash, a big sad regret. Let's not forget it till you lay it to death. Turn around and demand respect. And the things he's saying just incorrect. Smash, you're simply ill-equipped, lacking the basic prerequisites. Reading comprehension is on top of that list. Smash can't read, I'm still on that shit. Flim flam fraud, nigga, not legit. Smash can't read, Smash can't read. Out there looking silly, smoking too much weed. Now tell me, who amongst you believe? Boy, you looking dumb with nowhere to run. Naked in the street, you done thrown your guns. Dead like Osiris, the game is done. And we sealing up your coffin with bitumen. Use a scam god. Straight lying on the cliffs, use a scam god. Straight lying on the cliffs, use a scam god. Straight lying on the cliff, trying to fake us out with metal nature tricks. He's a scam god. Straight lying on the cliffs, he's a scam god. Straight lying on the cliffs, he's a scam god. Straight lying on the cliff, trying to fake us out with metal nature tricks. He's a scam god. Boy, don't you know we scientifically related over here? What you think won't gonna happen? Man, just stop it. Ha!
With that, man, your host, Bobby Banger, and we out.